What's up, guys? Good morning. Good morning. Let me know what the music is like. We just turned the music on. Let me know if you can hear it. You should be able to. Today we have the Cpi Data Release. All right, guys. Should be an interesting day. Can y'all hear the music? Let me know. Spy actually kind of okay. So CPI numbers got released yesterday, and to be honest, the market mostly reacted positively to these after the opening bell. At least you can see, like, we obviously reacted negatively first. So we had this big drop after CPI data was released, and then we kind of slowly rebound, to be honest. Most of the day yesterday, we rebounded all the way back up to the 382 level. We went green as well. So we went green after this big drop. So, the market was technically green on the day yesterday after that, but since then, in this morning's pre-market session, we have just fallen all the way back down to the 370s. We're still above the lows from yesterday, but we're not that far away from them anymore. Music is good. Yeah, let me know. All right, there we go. Hey, what's up, Bobby? Good morning. Good morning from Saudi Arabia. Hey, what's up, Bander? Good morning. What's up, DS? You mean the DJIA? The Dow Jones? I don't think that's how you look at the Dow Jones. We got ALNA gapping up some. We also have TBPH, Tsla, AMC. AMC is currently at 1490s. Hey, what's up, Richard? All right, guys. So I guess the only question is, does the market rebound today from the drop we had in pre-market? We had a pretty bullish day yesterday, especially when you consider the 9.1 CPI data that came out. So with that, we rebounded some after the bell yesterday, and then we kind of gave it all back in pre-market this morning, plus some. And so we're down to the 375s on the SPY. Q is currently at 383s. Every other large cap is mostly following it. Hey, nice, Richard. I'm kind of tempted to buy up the market a little bit right now. What do you guys think? Should I buy up the market right now? I am kind of tempted to. I'm kind of tempted to buy up the market. Should I? Let me know. PPI data is released today. If you don't know what the PPI is, it's the producer price index. Dude, why am I logged out of everything? Strange. Go away. Okay, gotcha. Wait, what? Oh. I don't know what this is. This is the wrong email. All right, well, I must be in the wrong thing. Hold on one second. No, that's not it. Okay. There we go. What? There we go. There's my Discord, bro. I was sitting there trying to find my Discord, man. My Discord's acting stupid. We got 375s for the SPY. 375s. PPI data. It's gonna be at what, 8:30 this morning, right? Yeah, 8:30 this morning. We got jobless claims, PPI data. China GDP. All right, so yeah, today we got PPI and jobless claims data. Let me know what you guys think we're gonna show for that. Hey, what's up, Leslie? Should we buy this drop right now? Are you guys bullish? I don't know. Let me know what you guys are. Today we have PPI, which is the producer price index. It's different. The difference between CPI and PPI is for producers. So it doesn't take into account taxes and all that stuff. CPI is more relevant data for sure, but PPI is still important. Same thing with jobless claims. Jobless claims will impact the market almost certainly too. Is GOEV still relevant here? Probably not, right? Keep an eye on SIGA. Did y'all see the volume on Tsla yesterday? It's been on top volume all week. We'll pop hard next week. Yeah, volume is good. It needs to, let's see. Yeah, Tsla did pretty good. It didn't really hold its gains yesterday, but it moved some. It's up a little bit this morning though. It's gonna be coming out at 8:30, so 2 hours, a little bit under 2 hours, like an hour and 45 minutes is when the it's kind of shows. Yesterday kind of shows how many people do not understand CPI data releases and PPI data releases. Yesterday I had people literally mad at me saying, "Just give me the link to the video," like it was a Fed conference or something like that. And I'm sitting there like, bro, there is no video. The data is just going to come out and we're going to react to that data, but it kind of shows people just don't want. Anyways, did y'all see the volume on Excella? What's the importance of PPI? Well, it's all relevant to inflation. PPI is a little bit. PPI is relevant for future inflation data because it starts off at PPI and then it eventually trickles down to affect the consumer with uh, CPI, with consumer pricing. And so it's kind of one of those things where if you want to get an early head start jump on what future projections of inflation CPI data will be, you can check the PPI. Now it's not as relevant for sure, but it's still important. And yeah, we're gonna be reacting to it here as we do. Hey, what's up, Bruce? Will this PPI be something big like yesterday? Well, it'll definitely be a reaction. The market's certainly going to react to it. Now, will it have as big of a reaction as the CPI? No. If you want to go, I mean, again, PPI is producer prices, right? If you want to know the actual definition by the U.S. Bureau of Labor, PPI program measures the average change over time in the selling prices received by domestic producers for their output. The prices included in the PPI are from the first commercial transaction for many products and services. And so, yeah. Last time we had this release in June, PPI for final demand advanced 0.8% in May. Goods rose 1.4% and services increased 0.4%. So it's kind of just showing you, the average pricing over time. Again, May was 0.8 for final demand advances. Reading the full thing now. And so basically, it comes out at 8:30. Here's the last report. If you guys want to see the last report, like the last PPI news release, which came out on June 14th. Bad. It's just higher pricing, Carl. So the higher the PPI is bad. PPI is pricing, right? So you got to think of it in terms of like how much we're paying for things. Like one of the big reasons the economy's in shambles right now is because pricing and inflation is so freaking high at this point in time. One of the reasons the SPI has dropped, and trust me, even if you don't think you feel it, you feel it. Like everybody feels it right now. Even the richest people in the world are feeling, maybe not the richest people in the world, but people are feeling the inflation being higher. Prices are just more expensive. It's less comfortable. I'll put it this way. I'm feeling it right now, specifically with my energy bill, with my gas prices, with my food costs. We're spending $500-600 at the grocery store. Like everything's just more expensive, and it's fine, but but higher pricing is bad. We don't want higher prices right now. It gets to be where it's unsustainable in terms of like future projections. So we'll see. But yeah, you can check out the link I posted in the chat. It's last month's PPI report from June. All right, so it advanced 0.4% in April, 1.6% in March, and then last time it increased 0.8% in May. So if you look at the last year from May, it was 10.8% increase for the year. And so Think about pricing increasing almost 11%. That's high. That's high. Like to put it into perspective, if you're paying, say you're paying $400 for a grocery trip, prices being up 11% would make this $400. $444. So you're going to pay almost $50 extra at the grocery store every time, if you're spending $400 average. So again, we don't want higher prices. Spy is starting to drop here. Spy is starting to drop. We're at 374.30s. Than you would have a year ago, just to clarify the difference that I was making there. But yeah, the Spy's dropping down to 374.30s. Well, the market reacts. It's not going to react like the CPI data released yesterday, but it's still going to react, and we're still going to, watch it. We also have jobless claims numbers today. I'm pretty sure. We got jobless claims numbers, right? I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah. So here's the calendar for July. Today we got initial jobless claims, PPI final demand. Month over month, year. Again, the consensus is for 0.8%. Prior was 0.8% as well. So they're expecting 0.8% increase this month, or for last month. And yeah, prior last time for the year was about 10.8, almost 11% pricing. JP Morgan earnings, yeah, that'll be relevant too. Yeah, winter coming is going to be bad for a lot here in Maine. Heating starts in October. Yeah, man. Honestly, I'm kind of, ever since I started running a business, I hate October, bro. October sucks. You know why October sucks if you run a business? Because almost everybody gets the October extension for taxes. And I'm about to have to pay. I saved up for it. It's fine. But like still, I'm not really happy about it. October used to be a fun month. Yeah, so JP Morgan earnings. Spike's currently at 374, so we're watching that. Yeah, PPI today. Should be fun. Again, let me know what you guys expect. We're going to do a poll, as we do here, Wait, where is my... Oh, there it is. Okay. I was going to say, All right, I'm going to ask this poll here. Bullish on PPI data release this morning, bull or bear? Let me know. Vote on the poll. We got the poll going. Kim C, I see you commenting. Good morning, good morning. You're on actually the wrong stream, but that's okay, Kim. Look, I'll help you out. Bear, bull, let me know. Let's see. Out of 26 votes already, are you bullish on the PPI data? 62% said bearish. Hey, what's up, Quan? My car I'm driving make me feel some type of way. Bears for life. Good morning. Hey, what's up, Joe? Banks suck. Hey, JP Morgan with earnings this morning, right? All right, so let's look at what happened with JP here. Low disk space. Get out of here, bro. There we go. Whew, here's JP Morgan. That just tanked the market here. So JP Morgan essentially just tanked the market. So JP Morgan released second quarter revenue, second quarter results. They reported revenue of $3.72 billion versus $3.48 billion a year ago. So higher than last time, second quarter revenue, but not by much. Second quarter managed revenue was $31.63 billion versus $31.4 billion a year ago. So higher there as well. It was still worse than expected, though. So they reported worse than expected profitability and sales results. So worse than expected EPS and sales results for JP Morgan. And this is ultimately dropping the market right now. Unfortunately. Hey, what's up, Space? Yeah, here's JP Morgan right here. It just tanked. Hey, what's up, Armando? Oh, of course, man. FOMOing on pumps is the easiest way to make money. Well, I lost my first real trading day on TOS space and futures, so I lost yesterday, but it's all good, bro. Like I said, my account is large enough to handle, you know. Sorry, guys, put the wrong thing up. Gotta manage. I got so many monitors. It's hard to manage everything. I think we close to the bottom. Hey, let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna. Hey, do your thing, Robert. I'm not mad, bro. Honestly, I just left Chase, bro. I left Chase as a bank. You know, like Chase as a bank is one of the worst banks I've ever had. You know, they've got a lot of built-in stuff, and that's cool and fine. But like, one of my problems is like I transfer money in and out of my business accounts, you know, and Chase, if a charge would go through that I didn't authorize, like if a charge that would go through that I didn't authorize, I would try to get the charge removed, you know, and Chase would essentially let the charge go through, and then when I called them being like, hey, like, this isn't an authorized charge, like, this has got to go, they just got weird with me, and they just kind of let it keep hitting, and I don't know. I just don't like Chase, man. I just switched from Chase. Another thing is, like, I've got, like, 2 or 3 business accounts, and so in one of them, I stick money in when I need to, and it's like, Chase, I just don't like Chase, man. I just don't like Chase. Chase is greedy as a company, you know. I just opened up a new bank for business. Yeah. I'm wondering if SPY will go under the 52-week low today before we start to see green. Yeah, I mean, it's certainly possible, I think, honestly. I don't think it's I think it's unlikely, you know, because that low is going to be down at 360s, but it is possible. It depends on what kind of, you know, numbers we get. 362, so the 52-week low would be right here, right here at this line. We'll make it a different color. We will make it yellow, and we'll make it big too. And so that is the 52-week low level. If we look at like a 20-day chart, this is the 52-week low level. So I think it's possible, but it's just unlikely that we break underneath that. It could happen. Is SPY something important? Well, SPY is just the S&P 500 car. Is really what it is. So it's the mini S&P. So when we look at the SPY, or when you hear somebody say the SPY, in your head, just think broader stock market. Like SPY is judging the entire stock market. It's a bunch of different company data combined into one ETF, basically. So it's the mini S&P 500. So the SPY is the S&P 500 that also moves in pre-market. So if you look at like the regular S&P 500, it doesn't move in pre-market. You get zero pre-market data from the S&P 500. So you can see it here. So it moves exactly the same as the SPY. And it's the same price. So if you look at S&P, it's at 38.01 at the close, at least. If you look at the SPY closed yesterday at 381 or whatever it was, you know, or close to that, 380. But the SPY takes into account pre-market and extended hours data as well, which makes it useful. So you're basically trading the S&P 500, but you can see the action in pre-market and extended hours. Yeah, we trade futures contracts on the SPY. Sometimes we'll just trade the SPY directly. Like I trade a $30,000 account with 120K in buying power. And so most of the time what I actually do is buy the SPY directly. I'll buy like 50 to 100 shares of the SPY and short it or go long. The other benefit of the SPY is that it's open 24/7. and so it doesn't close. There's no closing bell for the SPY, or there's a closing bell for the SPY, but it's open 24/7. And so you can see the extended hours trading on the SPY goes all the way. Regular extended hours, regular after hours closes at what, like 7 or 8, and so you can see when everything else closes, but you can see it keeps on ticking up until 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. So it's still moving. The price action is still there all the way to midnight, 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and so the SPY stays open all the time. Yeah, core inflation is super high. Yeah, SPY is an ETF, is what it is. It's an exchange traded fund. Again, it's just the S&P 500 is what it is, with extended hours data. Basically, is the easier way to look at it. It's the mini S&P 500. So it's the same thing as the S&P. It's just smaller, cheaper. Hey, what's up, Larry? Good morning. Good morning. Started using credit cards for business instead of banks, but don't carry a balance from month to month. Where do you get approved for something like that, though? Like, I wouldn't mind a business credit card, and I've heard that that's one of the kind of cheat codes of business. But yeah, Apple. I love trading Apple too, Mozart. Hope you're doing well, bro. But yeah, the crypto market, man, dude, when is it gonna do anything, bro? Crypto market, I don't even know what to say to this thing, man. The crypto market is just struggling. It's not doing much. It's not doing much, man. Do y'all think? Here's a question for the crypto market. Do y'all think? All right, guys. SPY bounced back up to 374.40s. All right, guys. So yeah. So also, if you're watching on Facebook, what was the past data on PPI? Okay, so last time I believe it was 0.8%. I think that's what they're expecting as well, is 0.8%. Again, I'm going to post this link here. If you're watching this from Facebook or Twitter, the mainstream, where we've got like 150 people here already, the mainstream has started on YouTube, and we're covering it on Facebook. I'm kind of just clicking stream on Facebook and Twitter as well. I know we don't have the biggest communities on Facebook and Twitter. We've got a few thousand followers on each, but if you want to check out the stream, I see Celia in the comment section. Y'all can check it out. And yeah, the real stream So the real stream today, the real stream is on YouTube. That's at youtube.com. youtube.com/beginner trading for everybody at home. A daily reminder. A real man would give you whatever you want. No, he wouldn't, bro. Listen, I'm all for giving your significant other, you know, what they want. But like, if you want $1 billion, I'm not giving that to you. You know. You know what I mean? If you want to be on OnlyFans, I'm probably not going to date you either. You know what I mean? Not knocking anybody that does, I guess. Anyways. Last CPI report was 8.6. They were hoping to match. Yeah, CPI. He was talking about PPI, right? You asked what PPI was. Yeah, PPI data 8 p.m. Yeah, so what was the last data on PPI? So yeah, again, here is the previous release. The last data showed 0.8% increase in May, which made for the 12 months prior 10.8%. So almost 11% for the 12 months ending in May. And so, yeah, basically producer prices are up 0.4% over the last 30 days as the last one was released for May. Over the May month, it was prices rose 0.4%, making the total for the 12 months ending in May 10.8% is what the data was previously. And so again, you want to see that? Here's the link. There's the data release right there. Ooh, man, Elon going back and forth with people in the titles, man. Oof. Hey, what's up, Carl? Good morning, good morning. What's up, Daniel? Yeah, all good, Carl. I got you, man. How many more minutes till PPI? We got about an hour and 25 minutes, 24 minutes. You down with PPI? Adam Aaron. All right, guys. So market's testing 374s here. Q is all the way up to 280s. Should I start trading this? Should I short the market right now? I guess is the question here. Yeah. It's like I can short. For all my futures traders, look, I'm gonna short into this little baby pop here. Look, we're in one share short of the micro E-mini here. Hey. Keep on dropping, market. Let's just keep on keeping on, man. Let's just keep on dropping. You know you want to. Let's just keep on falling. There we go. Let's get that weakness in there. We're testing lows here, so like I don't mind shorting this. I'm definitely gonna cover this pretty soon though. There we go. Alright, so we made a little bit there. Not as much as we wanted, but like we might short it back again too. It just depends. Hey, what's up, Carl? Short the market. Keep on keeping on. Yeah. Alright, guys. PPI numbers are coming out in about 30 minutes. Or not in 30 minutes, in an hour and 30 minutes. I'm sorry. All right, guys. So should I short this again? I don't know. Let me know. I thought it was HR after market open for PPI. No, it's at 8:30 Eastern. So it's gonna be. What's up, Demetrius? Good morning, bro. Hope you're doing good this morning, man. The Treasury is set to auction 4 and 8 week bills at 11:30 Eastern. Peer pressure shorted. Everybody's doing it, bro. Just try it one time. See how it feels. I might short into this little bounce in the market, though. I really might. Yeah, we're shorting into this little baby pop. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. Drop. Oh, that was an hour after market opens for PPI. No, so the PPI data release is going to be at 8:30. It's always at 8:30. All right, let's keep on keeping on. Joe Dierte, keep dropping market. I got my Scooby-Doo mug this morning, guys. All right, so we just covered there a little bit too. All right, I guess I could have held that short, man. Maybe I should have. Scooby-Doo, where are you? E-mini near support. I don't. Here's the trick I have for the E-mini though, bro. I don't even look at anything else, dude. I don't even look at the E-mini chart. Like I don't look at this chart once. What I look at is the SPY chart. The SPY chart is much easier to judge. We got this big upwick in the SPY, and I'm gonna short to this again. Look, and hopefully it works, even if it doesn't. But that's kind of my trick. Is like I look at the SPY chart. That's all I look at. All right, so we're gonna cover there. We'll just keep kind of rinsing and repeating this until we grind up some money. But again, I look at this chart. We got this big upwick on the SPY, and I can capitalize on that. I think I got out a little bit early, but still, Q breaking down, SPY breaking down. Is the market going to break lows today, guys? Low of the day is 373.60 or 373 like 62. Is it going to keep dropping? I guess is the question, guys. Hey, what's up to Tilly? Good morning. Good morning, CT. Good morning. Gas dropped 30 cents a gallon overnight yesterday. Yeah. Market tanked. Red equals money. Yeah, I'll take both sides, bro. It doesn't matter to me, dude. Again, I'm not really like what I would consider like a moral trader. I mean, I'm a moral trader. I don't short like penny stocks or, I don't hold shorts long term and try to beat up companies with it. But I'll short the spot if it looks good on a very short term basis. All right, guys. So we're bouncing back here. So I showed that this Q is back over VWAP at 280s. SPY is back over 374. And again, the PPI numbers, which are the producer price index numbers, are going to be dropping at 8:30 this morning. 8:30. So it's about 7 a.m. We got about hour and 15 minutes until the PPI data comes out. And with that, we'll see if we get something good. Let me know. Why use the SPY? It is a derivative of the ES, which is the true price. Thanks. Well, there's a lot of reasons, and I can show you the reason why. Number one is the SPY trends noticeably better than the E-mini. You know, the SPY trends noticeably better. And so if we look at even the SPY this morning relative to like holding the volume weighted average price, SPY's been holding the VWAP all day and usually does. And so the SPY maintains easier trends. If we put up like the E-mini or the micro E-mini, you know, it's going to be a lot harder to trade this type of price action. Usually it's a very choppy sideways day. It's not really trending really well. And the price action is just less clear on the E-mini or the micro, or you know what I mean? And so what's easier to judge is the SPY. Easier to analyze pre-market data. The SPY usually has and holds a better trend than the E-mini or the micro E-mini. And so with that, and it's basically the same thing. So the E-mini and the micro E-mini and the SPY are essentially the same thing. They do the same thing. It's based off of the same thing, you know, which is S&P 500 data. But I just watched the SPY. I think it's clearer to trade. It's easier to trade the price action than the SPY. Yeah. Can never truly judge the E-mini. It's harder for anyone to read the trend. SPY, not so much. Exactly. That's exactly right. Like, it's just harder to judge the trend on the E-mini or the micro E-mini if you look at it, as opposed to like looking at the SPY, which I can get basically the same thing done. You know, like here's the best example of this is yesterday. You know, yesterday from, you know, what time is this? 7 a.m. all the way to whenever this is, was a much harder trend to identify. The SPY maintained a really nice trend all day yesterday. And so that's kind of why you watch the SPY instead. PPI is at 8:30. Hey, nice CT. Hey, great joke, Space. Great joke, bro. Love it. But yeah, PPI is at 8:30. Nadish. Who knows if it's better to trade Google or Google for options? Split coming Friday. Hey, what's up, Nurse? Good morning. Good morning. Again, if you're on Facebook, give me a follow there. And if you're watching on Facebook, the real stream is on YouTube. JP Morgan also dropped earnings that were negative, worse than expected numbers. All right, guys. All right, guys. So the SPY's starting to pop back up too. We got LTRN gapping up a little bit too. Aside from that, man, it's been kind of a slow day. Tsla is gapping up. The stock market outside of like large caps. JP Morgan though, guys. Look at JPM here, man. JP Morgan, bad earnings. Drop down, worse than expected results. That did impact everything, including the SPY. And so I think this is kind of leading things to a certain extent also. PPI is at 830. Hello, do you think we'll have a drop in the crypto market today? I think mostly markets have been trending with each other. So I think if we're going to get a drop, everyone has a different style. I can appreciate that. I trade the heck out of the E-mini and it's easy to spot trends, but that is how I have learned. My style suits me. Love trading. Yeah, for sure. It's all love me. Space. It's all good, bro. I think I just find that okay. The easiest way for me to put this is I am used to having the pre-market data separated. You know, I can't really do that on the E-mini. And so it's just easier for me to judge the SPY trend, you know, and watch the SPY trend and short it or go long. And it's the same price action essentially than it is to watch the E-mini trend, which is noticeably higher. JP Morgan popping up, guys. JP Morgan at 109.70. 109.70. So it's starting to run. It's starting to move here. Again, the PPI numbers are going to be coming out this morning at 8:30, so in about an hour and 12 minutes to be exact. And yeah, it should be fun. See what we get, guys. Should be a fun day, man. All right, JP Morgan at 109.60s. Yeah, the E-mini, I don't know. I watch the regular market instead, or the SPY itself. I guess it's all the same thing, though. Tomatoes, you know. But yeah, guys, let me know what you guys think. We did this poll already. We got 128 votes. Are you bullish on the PPI data release for today? Are you bullish on that release? Let me know. You know, it comes out in about an hour and 10 minutes. You know, yeah, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. JP Morgan is influencing the market for sure. Let's watch the 109 level and see if the pullback holds, but it's certainly impacting the SPY, you know, for sure. Definitely impacting the SPY. For sure. A lot of good stuff in our Discord. You can find the Discord link there. Yeah, JB, all you got to do is do !point Discord and it'll post the Discord link for you, brother. But yeah, y'all go join our Discord. It's completely free. Y'all do me a favor, hit that like button. Let's run those like counts up. We got over 220 people here. It's not even 7:30 yet, so hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Give us a follow, guys. Give us a follow. And we certainly appreciate it. SPY bouncing back up some. We profited a little bit this morning. We made a little bit of money, you know. But will it be enough, guys? Will it be enough? Let me know. PPI is at 8:30, guys. 8:30, and so it's going to be at 7:30 now. It's 7:20 now, so PPI will be at about an hour, and to be exact, an hour and 9 minutes is exactly when it'll come out. I'm pretty sure it's part of the Dow. Yeah, JP Morgan is in the Russell, the Dow, S&P. You know, it's a huge company. It's super relevant. It's certainly influencing everything else. You know, as for stuff like JP Morgan or like Apple and Disney, they're going to be part of all these big funds. You know, like all these funds are really just looking at the largest companies in the world, and JP Morgan and Apple and Disney, they're going to be a part of all of them, to be honest. So they're going to be included in all of those big funds. Market coming back down some. We'll see if JP Morgan, again, we drew this 109 level. So remember, guys, we drew this 109 level, and JP Morgan actually held this level. So look, it bounced directly off of that. And this is how technicals can give you an edge. I'm pretty sure we drew this before this bounce happened, but I might not have. I don't know. But that is how technicals can give you an edge. Gmail, John? What's up, Brian? You sent me a Gmail, bro? Which email did you send it to? Sometimes I don't see anything, but if you sent me something, my apologies, sir. I get so many emails. All right, guys. I'm available. There we go. That works. Oh, good morning. I was gonna say, Gmail. Hey, what's up, James? Yeah, well, I mean, we're today. This channel ain't booming like GameStop in 21 like yesterday. Yeah, I mean, but today PPI is just less significant of a data release. Like CPI is very important, and to be honest, we got like 220 something people here, and it's not even 7:30 yet. So like, chat's doing pretty good today, to be honest. But like, CPI is just much more relevant of a data release, and so it's just much more important. It's kind of like we stream earnings, right? And sometimes we get really, sometimes we get a lot of people, for earnings releases. Like for the GameStop earnings release last time, we got like over 1,000 people there. For AMD or Nvidia, we get over 1,000 people there. Sometimes we've had over 2. And so, but when we stream lesser earnings, like we stream something less big, we get less people, and I mean that's normal, PPIs, I think they're expecting 0.8%. Last time was 0.8% as well. And so again, if you want to see the last report that they showed here, it is right here. We'll put it in chat. Yeah, but yesterday we had 2,000 people. I mean, listen, stocks, for whatever reason, bro, the only time you're talking is trying to like kind of like put the channel down for whatever reason, stock. So listen, bro, whatever you got going on, cheers to you, sir, I guess. But yeah, I don't think it really matters that much. I think we did great yesterday. I'm super excited about it. I think we got 230 people here before 7:30, and so I mean, I get some people might feel a little insecure about things and they might make me want to feel bad about whatever views we have, but trying to put me down, it's not gonna make you feel better. Stocks, for whatever reason, bro. GG, sir. Good day to you. JP Morgan bouncing back up at 109s. Spy at 374s. So we're already down a ton. Hey, what's up? What's up, Udens? Hey, good morning, brother. So we already down a ton. You really think a bad report will send this down? Yeah, it's just easier just to ban them. No need to have those type of people here. You know what I mean? Like, listen, bro, y'all are really gonna try to make me feel bad about having hundreds of people here, at 7:30 in the morning, bro. Come on now. Cheers to you. You hate us because you ain't us. And so cheers to you, sir. What's up, Pawn? What's up, DS? What happened with James Webb, Slim? Daniel, what's up, dude? Dallas down 412 points. Yeah, so what happened yesterday, guys, if you want to look at like what happened with the SPY dipped after the CPI data release, of course. So a big drop. And then yesterday during market hours, we kind of rebounded here. We're already back up to 381s. And then we dipped pretty heavily in pre-market today. So that's kind of what happened. So we had the CPI data release, just to zoom out a little bit. We had the CPI data release yesterday, tanked the market. We hit lows at that time of about 373s. And then we rebounded during yesterday's market hours. And then after the closing bell, we essentially just tanked all the way back down to test the previous lows from yesterday. No, not you, CT. Not you, bro. It's all good, dude. Do you think we'll have a drop in the crypto market today? Persian, I think it genuinely depends on what we're going to get with regards to the broader market here outside of the crypto market. I think it really depends on what we get there. Yeah, and again, I don't really want to talk about it too much, to be honest, but like, just know I'm not just kind of randomly banning people out of like anger. Like I notice people okay, I appreciate everybody here, but I don't care how long you've been here. If I watch you and all you say is negative, kind of putting down things, like if all you say is negative things, trying to put me down, if I see it last, like every time you post, you're saying something like that, I'm just gonna ban you. I don't care how long you've been here. You know what I mean? Like it's just unnecessary, you know? And so I guess what I'm trying to tell people is just kind of like, that's kind of my standard for things, you know? So it's all love here, but like, I'm gonna ban you if you're super negative. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter that much, you know? We can call this room the gauntlet, bro. I'll ban everybody in here, dude. I don't care. You know what I mean? Love you all. I really won't do that. I would never do that to you guys. I mean, I might, but like, I might not. I don't know. What's up, Monkey Shine? Hey, good morning, bro. Yeah, YouTube sometimes gets weird for cursing. You think initial job report will make a difference in the market direction? I think that plus PPI will certainly influence everything. I think that plus CPI will certainly, or PPI. Yeah, it's all love, you know. It's all love. I mean, I secretly hate these guys, but like, it's all love here, you know. But no, yeah, I get the big floating head out. Oh, I did see the James Webb telescopes. It's kind of crazy, to be honest. It's kind of crazy how small we are in this universe. Again, bullish or bearish on CPI data or PPI data. The SPY is actually testing lows here. JP Morgan is testing the VWAP as well. And again, JP Morgan released earnings and kind of tanked everybody today, tanked everything today. The SPY dropped pretty heavily. This last drop right here. So like starting right here is from when the JP Morgan, or no, maybe not right there. So starting here in pre-market is when the JP Morgan numbers came out. So you can see these numbers were released at about 5:48 my time. So 5:48 my time. So that was starting right about, did something. Right around here is when this big drop. So this drop was from the JP Morgan results that came out. And JP Morgan put in worse than expected results. And so that's kind of the market this morning. Everybody's kind of waiting for PPI data to come out, which is dropping in exactly an hour. Everybody's waiting for PPI data to drop, which is again in exactly an hour. And we'll see what happens. Yeah, we made a little bit of money this morning. What's Twitter trying to do? Twitter's trying to run up? I want my ExxonMobil. Need to drop another $6. Yeah, I heard gas prices fell overnight. So gas prices dropping. Yeah, I banned my cat. Hey. I love cats, but we could never get one. Carol's too highly allergic to cats, unfortunately. Not dogs. Carol, we can have dogs, but cats, Carol ain't handling it, you know? What if I'm just a bit of a jerk, though? No, it's okay. I mean, do your thing, WS. As long as you're not disrespectful with it. Again, it really depends, bro. It depends, you know? Like, I'm not just going to ban you for saying one kind of critical thing, but, like, if you're just kind of trying to poke, you might get banned. Are y'all buying the crypto dip? I've thought about a skinless cat, but like, I don't know if we can handle that. That thing looks like a monster. I'd get scared in the middle of the night if I woke up next to a hairless cat. Bro, I really would. You know, I might think it's like a monster or something like that. Those things are freaking crazy looking. Honestly, I would argue with it though. I tried to get Carol to get a hairless cat. She's like, nah. You know. And Carol's argument is simple. It's not the hair. It's the dander. It's the saliva that she's allergic to. And so it's like you can get a hairless cat, but like that cat's still going to be going around, you know, getting its dander and saliva everywhere. Elon going hard with a news organization this morning. Let me know what you guys think about that. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Elon kind of going back and forth with some news people. Hey. Oh man. All right, guys. SPY pushing up here, guys. We got TBPH sitting at 10, so we're kind of looking at that, but everything else is kind of slow. We got the Q here. Hairless possum? That sounds evil, man. You know? It's scary looking. Yeah, it really is, nurse. Like, I don't like that, man. Crypto market's dropping. Is it still dropping here? So I'm looking at BitGet right now. Let me check what the crypto market is doing. Bitcoin up 1.5% today. So, I mean, it dropped... Bitcoin, it's a little bit misleading. So like Bitcoin actually moved up and then corrected back down some. So if you look at what Bitcoin has done over the last day, Bitcoin actually ripped up yesterday. So towards midnight, Bitcoin ripped up. And then it's kind of been falling down since midnight. And so Bitcoin ripped up until 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. And then since then, it's been dropping. But it hasn't dropped too much, and it's still technically up on the day. So Bitcoin's still up 1.3% in the last 24 hours. SPY rejecting 374.50 here. So SPY did reject. We'll see if it holds. But yeah, not good. Again, we're going to do our daily Twitter poll. All right, so here's the question. Will the market react positively to PPI and jobless claims data today? We're doing this one on Twitter. Oh, man, we're only going to make this poll, what? We got a few hours. We got like 5 hours. We'll make the poll 5 hours long. All right. All right, guys, market's coming back down some. I kind of wish I would have shorted this, to be honest. Do you think the PPI announcement will take Bitcoin down short term and then we bounce up from there? What's your forecast on PPI? I think they're forecasting 0.8%. I don't know if that's actually what we're going to get with it, though. It depends. You know, it depends. Can I get an estimate on how long Amazon will take to get back to $200 a share? Ooh, I don't know, man. I think that's a tough one. Who knows? I think the PPI announcement will take Bitcoin down short term and then we bounce up from there. Yeah, that's certainly possible. You know, it's certainly possible. Q starting to test lows here. I kind of want to short the micro again. We're close enough to these lows where I think we might get some quick little short-term activity here. We got a little bounce. We're in one contract now. We might add another contract to the micro if we bounce up. If we up to like 374, look for kind of like a 374 rejection or something like that. There we go. We'll add to that. All right, so we're in two contracts now. We start to push up too much, we'll cut it, and it's all good. But I want to see if we break lows. Also, I should probably change this to where we can put like 2 up in this window, you know, so I can kind of manage it like that. 9.1 crypto tore up. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it goes, though. I mean, the crypto market is kind of broadly following the stock market, and it's certainly relevant to inflation data as well, right? So inflation data is going to affect crypto because the higher inflation is, the less people that are going to be willing to buy cryptocurrencies, you know? Ooh, we covered one. We're still riding this last one down. We'll go ahead and cover that. All right, so we're kind of grinding these shorts on the SPY. Hey, good luck, James. Again, vote on our new Twitter poll. We do have this new Twitter poll. Will the market react positively to PPI and jobless claims data? Vote on the poll. We'll post it in the chat right here. Follow me on Twitter if you have not already. I certainly appreciate it. But yeah, I'll say this one more time. If people are gonna try to act like I'm just struggling because I'm gonna get less views than I did yesterday, of course I'm gonna get less views. The CPI data release is a huge fundamental release, like freaking huge. The PPI, not so much. The PPI data is just not as relevant. It's not as watched. It's not as paid attention to as CPI data. And so of course we're gonna get, of course it's not gonna be the same as yesterday. You know what I mean? That's an obvious expectation, And so we're still doing good, man. I appreciate everybody being here. We still got almost 300 people here. It's not even 8 a.m. yet. So, hey, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I certainly appreciate the love and support. Hold on. Carol calling me. Hold on one second. All right, sorry guys. But yeah. And we'll see what we get. It should be a fun day. We're still going to get some volatility today, almost certainly. All right, market popping back up some. Do I want to short this again? I guess is the question. I kind of do, I think. I kind of do. We got a nice upwick here. We can get a flush back down. Rejection at 374 on the SPY is what we want. Nice. Nice upwick here. There we go. All right, so we just scalped that. Kind of scalping this back and forth. Trading the micro. It was a beach. People are dumping stocks at most reports, putting it in crypto for brief stints, causing nice short-term scalps. I don't know, man. I think people are nervous right now, bro. I think people are just nervous. What's up, Oliver? Good morning, brother. Good morning, man. If you haven't already, guys, remember, take the time, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. We certainly appreciate the love and support. Starting to pop up a little bit for the micro. Again, the question is, do we flush here and break lows? Who knows? We'll wait and see. Hey, what's up, Keith? Hey, good morning. Good morning. Tesla back around 700. What's up, Beach? Yeah, I see SI, Bank of America. Good morning from 45,000 feet en route to the... Hey, so you're flying right now, Tanvir. Hey, good morning, brother. Hey, sit back, enjoy that ride, man. All right, guys, so the SPY started to pop back up some. I made 4,500% return on market news crypto scalp since February. Hey, nice, Bruce. I keep assuming we hit bottom, and then it keeps on bottoming. I mean, the bottom's 360s, right? Yeah, bottom is 360s on the SPY. So 362.17 is the bottom right now over the last 52 weeks. So that's the bottom currently. Now, will that hold? Who knows, man? But, that's the current bottom. All right, but guys, PPI data is coming out in about 45 minutes. Oh, and I kind of understand, bro. Like, I kind of see it. Okay, so the guy that was talking smack, stocks, currencies, like he's a wannabe YouTuber. And so it's like, what do wannabe YouTubers do? They get kind of weird if somebody else is doing well because they wish they were. That makes so much sense now. Checking out the channel that he was actually coming from. That makes perfect sense. Yeah, he's just a wannabe YouTuber, man. In the end, guys, as you mature, though, you learn getting mad at somebody else's success is just going to put you down. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's kind of what this is. It looks like, unfortunately. Bruce is real. I mean, he's yelling at us in caps every day. Spider 360. Hey, nice Tanvir. You said you're going to Austin, bro. I would say Austin's a little far from me, bro, but you know. All right, guys. So micro even is pulling back down to 3750. 3750. Your favorite trader's favorite trader. Hey. All right, guys. So micro E-mini testing the lows of the range again. I kind of want to short into this. I think I got to trade a little bit larger, though. I don't think I can trade that little 1 or 2 contract sizing. I think I need to go a little bit bigger here. All right, so we're in 2 contracts now. We're right at the lows, and we might actually bounce here, but I don't mind shorting into this with some size. Not really seeing the bounce that we want, and that's okay. Okay, good. It'll let me go in ticks. That's nice. All right. Still about break even on the day. Got the big bounce there. I want to see if it flushes back down to test these lows, though, is really what I want to see. So we're completely break even on the micro E-mini today. And I do want to see if it flushes down here. SPY is kind of consolidating. 374 is up there, but I want to see that reject, to be honest here. If we break over this, I'll probably cut it. There we go. Got a nice little flush rejection. I don't want to take too big of sizing here. Let me see where I can control my order defaults here. There we go. I think that should fix it. All right, guys. All right, guys, so we're starting to pop up. We will cut this, unfortunately. We'll give it 1 second to see if it flushes here, but we're probably about to cut it, you know. I can't get too excited and trade too much pre-bell, so we're just kind of poking around, trading small contracts in the futures market. But I would like to see a flush, but if we don't get it, yeah, we're going to have to cut that. Down about 20 on the day, all good. You don't love to see it, but, like, hey, it's all good. What's the longest you've held on a day trade? Hours and hours. Hey, nice, man. That sounds like fun. Pawn. Demolition Derby, huh? Hey, my man. Thank you, Mozart. I appreciate the $2, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'll meet up with one of these days to show you around if you come to DC. Hey, for sure. I've never seen a hater doing better than me. Hey. Yeah, man. You know. Hey, what's up, Rick? Hey, thank you, Rick. We appreciate you, bro. I can care less about the bottom. I want it all right now. Hey, be careful, B10. But I appreciate that, Mozart. Thank you, brother. Twitter heading back. Let's see Twitter here. We might have gotten faked out here, but I think we got to just wait for the opening bell before we trade super heavily. Twitter up there, though. Twitter up to 37. What's Ppi expectations? I think 0.8% is what they're expecting. Last time was 0.8. Yeah, Twitter's up, man. Twitter's surprisingly green this morning. Surprisingly, man. Very slow day for penny stocks, but large caps are doing okay. Oh. All right, guys. We got about 40 minutes before PPI data is released. We also have jobless claims numbers coming out around then as well. I think around 8:32, 8:30 as well, I should say. And so we'll see. But yeah. All right, guys. So Twitter up there. What about JP Morgan? Has JP Morgan rebounded here? Here's also the Q. There's the Q at 283s. 283s. All right, guys. So we already got about 35 votes on our poll on Twitter. Not too shabby here. Y'all give me a follow on Twitter if you haven't already. All right, man. There's some crazy Twitter posts, bro. Just some crazy Twitter posts, man. Hey, what's up, DK? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's definitely slow. Outside of the PPI data, it's slow for sure. Higher, bad. Yeah, higher is worse. Higher is higher prices. So when you think of any type of CPI, PPI, anything with PPI, anything with PI in the abbreviation stands for price index, right? So CPI is consumers, PPI is producers, but higher is bad on both fronts. So we don't want higher producer prices. So that means that we're going to be paying more in the end. We definitely don't want higher CPI, and so yeah, it's all relative to price increases and decreases, and higher is bad, higher is worse. We want lower for sure. Yeah, see SISI. SISI 155. We'll see if it holds a VWAP here. Let's pull it back some. We'll see if it bounces. It could. It might not, though, but we'll see. AMC under 15 again. Yeah, that's right, Mozart. Yeah, Twitter, man. Honestly, surprisingly, Twitter is up, man. Twitter is up from the Elon announcements. Hey, what's up, Willie? Do y'all think Twitter's a good buy? Question. Are you buying Twitter, you guys? Are you buying Twitter? CC? Looks like my monitor's going out. Luckily, I bought a new monitor while we were in Michigan. All right, so SISI is Shineco. They are up. I don't know if there's any catalyst here. Yeah, I don't see any catalyst. They did some filings yesterday. Let me see what these filings were about. Registration statements. Anybody know the catalyst for SISI? A lot of people saying they don't see a catalyst. If anybody knows what the catalyst is, let me know. All right, but yeah, Twitter's up there. SI is at 150s. Apple down, Q down, SPY down. Maybe I could have shorted a little bit more in the micro, but we'll wait. Does Twitter have, I don't know, squeeze play? I don't know if that's a squeeze play. Let me look at the SI data. It's definitely not a squeeze play. The short flow data on SI is 0.3%, according to Benzinga. Let me check another site. Yeah, 0.4, 0.5%. Very small short float. So it's not a short squeeze for SI. It's just not. It might be some type of run up, but it's not a short squeeze. Twitter Catalyst Hindenburg has a big long position. Yeah, we can check it out. I don't think there's any recent catalyst. I know Rosenblatt upgraded them. Kind of looking to see if we can figure out the reason why Twitter's making its move like it is. Twitter, Hindenburg said it's accumulated a significant long position. Stock also might be continuing to rebound after Elon stepped away. Yeah, retailers shorting Twitter before it gets bought out. Possible. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Tony? Fruition of last month's catalyst. Maybe. It's certainly possible. We'll see. Twitter submits Elon Musk poop emoji tweet as evidence of disparaging behavior. Man. Man survives 18 hours at sea by clinging onto a football lost by kids at the beach. All right, guys. So market's still in this range. You can see this range in the SPY between like 374, 373.50. And so we're watching that range. And we'll see if it holds. But that's certainly something that we're paying attention to and watching at this point in time. All right, guys. SPY's up to 373s. 373s. Okay, we got over 300 people here already. Good morning, guys. Hope you guys are doing well today. Rev round 2. I'm not sure Elon knew about the... yeah. Yeah. I think we see 370 today and bounce, or 370 and goodbye. I don't know, Sean. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, 370 is possible, but it's unlikely that we hit that today. That's pretty low. I guess it ultimately depends on what the PPI numbers are going to show, and they come out in about 30 minutes, in about 34 minutes to be exact. And so, you know, we're watching this here, and we'll see. But, you know, we got this range between 374 and 373.50 short term. I don't think we're going to hit 370 today. The only way we could is if we put in much worse than expected producer price index numbers, and with that, we just get this big, massive drop. I mean, that's certainly possible. But I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's certainly possible. You know, and we'll see. Yeah, PPI numbers are going to be coming out in about 33 minutes to be exact. Q is down. JP Morgan has also been affecting the market today. It's down to 108.80s, 108.80s. Any big earnings next week? Let's see about like Tuesday, Wednesday next week. Johnson & Johnson, Ally, Hasbro. Interactive Brokers earnings, they're coming out. Ooh, Netflix earnings next week. Okay, Netflix earnings is going to be the big one, to be honest. And it looks like Netflix earnings is going to be on Tuesday. That'll be fun. So definitely gonna be watching that. Well, Wednesday. Thursday. All right, guys. So yeah, so JP Morgan dropping. Spy has been in this range, and so we're gonna just essentially wait for it to break out of that range. We got some other stuff moving, like SISI tried, TBPH tried. We got AMYT trying. TBPH is kind of a big move, to be honest here. Just didn't hold most of its gains. It gapped all the way up to almost $14, and now it's under $9. It's under $10 a share. Should be a fun day today. PPI numbers dropping in exactly 30 minutes, 31 minutes, I guess. Apple earnings coming out on the 28th. Yeah, that'll be relevant too, for sure. If a bigger stock like the SPY goes down, that indicates the entire market going down. Well, the SPY is not a stock. The SPY is an exchange-traded fund that's made up of a lot of other stocks. The SPY is the S&P 500, consolidated down to a cheaper tradable security. And so if you look at like the S&P 500 and then you look at the SPY, it's the same price multiplied by 10. You know, it's all the SPY is 0.1% of the S&P 500, but it does the same price action. So point is, SPY is not a stock. The SPY is the broader market. So the SPY is 500 of the largest companies made up into one. Hey, what's up, Chris? Good morning. Good morning. PPI data comes out in exactly 30 minutes. Exactly 30 minutes. Jay, scuba gear going up. Yeah, the jobs report's at 8:30 as well. So jobless claims numbers come out at 8:30. So does PPI, and we're going to report both here. You know? But yeah, jobless claims, PPI, both coming out at the same time, roughly. Same time. All right, guys. The markets has been really quiet. I think people are nervous regarding the PPI data that's supposed to be released in about 29 minutes. You know, people don't really want to take any big sizing or positions leading up to this data being released, mostly because, you know, people don't know how the market's going to react to it. I think expectations are for 0.8 for June, but that's what happened last time. For May, it was 0.8 as well. For the whole year, I think it was 11 point something, almost 12% price. Or no, it's 10.8 is what it was. So almost 11% increase in producer pricing over the last 12 months ending in May. And we'll see they're expecting 0.8% increase for June, and we'll see if we get that. You know, we'll see if we get that. Again, you can vote on the poll at the top of the screen here in the top of the chat. If you want more data kind of on that, you can vote in the poll. We do have a poll here at the very top, and out of about 300 votes so far, asking people if they're bullish on PPI data release this morning, 33% are bullish, 67% of people are bearish here. So again, you can let us know what you guys think, where your bias is, and yeah, we'll see what happens today, guys. Should be an interesting day at the very least. You know, these fundamental data releases are always pretty interesting. And again, if you want to vote on our Twitter poll as well, you can. Also, let me try to get Pawn. Let me see if I can make Pawn the mod that he was meant to be. Let me see. Up to server settings, edit this real quick. Let me see. Roles. I'm going to create a role just for Pawn. All right. There we go. All right, guys. So market just broke lows here. So SPY just broke under lows. It's at 373.40s, 373.40s. And we'll see if this affects everything else. But yeah, market just broke lows, guys. 373.40s. Hey, what's up, Buddha? Hey, good morning. Are y'all buying for long term, I guess, right now, guys? Are you buying for long term? Rev, R-E-V? I don't know. All right, guys. So market breaking down. Let's see if we reject here. So the SPY is at 373.61 is the previous low of the day. We're at 373.45. We'll see if we bounce at 373.50 here. It's certainly possible. All right, guys. Market breaking down here, breaking lows again right now. So the SPY is dipping down here. We can look at like Tesla dropping as well. JP Morgan kind of falling with it. We got the Q here also. That is less weak, but still weak on the day. Yeah. All right, guys. And Pawn, if you're there, I just created you a. I just created you a permission here, so that should work. Let me add you to this. There you go. Market didn't price in 100 points, so now I'd like to see some lower lows for buying opportunity. Yeah, for sure. Algo's already get the news. I don't think so. I don't think yet. This is kind of the drop I expected yesterday. Where to think about options, you can be right on the move and wrong in the time frame. You're still wrong. Yeah, for sure. It's kind of how it goes. You know, options. I might trade some options today too if we can. I don't think that's a bad idea necessarily, AJ. Not necessarily dollar cost averaging, because the Fed will be forced to do another 100 basis points or full 1% in July meeting, and another 75 to 100. More pain to come in September. Yeah, for sure. That's the only reason I haven't been buying here, and the market's still breaking down. Yeah, Tesla earnings. We got Netflix earnings. DJ John. You know, DJ J. Twitter not working? Twitter should work. Good place to see when the news will be out, like CPI, etc. Is there a place for that? Yeah, there's a lot of different places. You can use Market Watch. Most people, Benzinga's pretty solid with it. Benzinga's got a great calendar section where you can kind of go to the SPY and then look at the calendar for what kind of is dropping. Hey, what? I went fiber and com dropped. Oh yeah. Hey, bro. Good, man. Comcast can go somewhere, dude. I hate Comcast. All right, guys. So Spy is up to 373.20, so we're watching that as well. Again, I mean, we got this big rejection here. We got about 20 minutes before the PPI data comes out. About 20 minutes, guys. And again, let me know what you guys see, what you guys hear today, what you guys are going to be watching. We're going to be trading the broader market. We're going to be shorting or longing the market itself all day today. We're going to be attacking the opening bell completely live with a $20,000 to $30,000 account. And yeah, hit that subscribe button, guys, if you haven't already. If the PPI data is higher than last month, does the market go down? Probably. It's not 100%. Nothing ever is, so it's never 100%. But it's in terms of probabilities, most likely. Most likely in terms of probabilities, that's what's going to happen. And so, you know, that's probably what's going to happen. It doesn't mean it's what is going to happen. It's probably what's going to happen, you know. Twitter not working. Oh my, Twitter is down, bro. It is down. Twitter is down right now. Weird. It did. Twitter's not working. Is Twitter down for you all as well? Is this going to make it drop? Twitter's down right now. Crazy. Twitter's down. Like actually, like Twitter's not working. Let me look at my phone. Cannot retrieve tweets at this time. Please try again later. Cannot retrieve tweets at this time. Please try again later. Yeah, Twitter's down. Weird. Why do you guys think it's down? I didn't get banned from Twitter. Yeah, Jorge, my man, Jorge. Yeah, guys. Hey, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let me know if Twitter's down for you all. It should be down for both of us, right? But for me, Twitter's down. I wonder how the stock is going to react. Q is down too. Nah, I don't think it's the buyout. I think, I don't know. Yeah, it's down for me too. Okay, so it's not just me. I guess that's good. All right, guys. Market broke lows down to 373s. Will it hit 370 today? I guess is the question. Let me know, guys. SPY down to 373.40s here. PPI is going to be released in about 18 minutes. 18 minutes, guys. Yeah, Twitter's down for me too. Strange, man. It's odd. I get this screen when I try to pull up my Twitter account. Get this. And then it logged me out, essentially. So weird. Very strange. All right, guys. 17 minutes. Twitter is down. Twitter, the website is down. SPY just broke lows and then popped back up. We're testing that previous low of the day at 373.60 right now. We'll see if it holds. No, it's not Twitter, BM. We're not talking about Twitter stock being down. We are talking about the actual platform of Twitter. The actual website of Twitter is not functional currently, is what we're meaning. And so Twitter is not working, basically, is what we're saying. We're not saying the stock is down. Twitter is up. The stock of Twitter is actually up. You can also check like Down Detector Twitter. Look at the surge of down reports. Twitter outages reported in the last 24 hours. This is right now. And so Twitter is down. I'm curious to see how this is going to affect it. There's Twitter. Twitter's dropping from this, surprisingly enough. Look at Twitter drop. It didn't drop much, but it dropped down to 37s. We'll see. We got STRN, CLNN. Look at CLNN start to test these highs, guys. It's up to 360s, 360s. And we can look at the catalyst for this also. Catalyst for this is they reported significantly decreased mortality and rescue ALS long-term open label extension trial. So positive trial results for CLNN. It is actually gapping up some. It has about 8% short float and about a 35 million float, 34 million float, and about 7% short float actually. But yeah, it's got a little bit of a short float. It's running up on positive trial result news. We also have STRN, which gapped up and is now kind of fading back down. If you're wanting to know what's kind of moving in small cap land, STRN. It's about 10 million in the float, about 5% short float, and it is up after they signed a definitive agreement to acquire another company called Trend Brand Solutions with no disclosed terms for STRN. So we'll see what happens here. There's the Q bouncing back up a little bit. Here's Twitter stock itself. It's dropping since, it's been reported that the website of Twitter is actually down right now. And again, we do have the PPI data coming out in about 15 minutes, guys. 15 minutes. Again, I appreciate you, Mozart. Thank you, brother. We appreciate you, bro. Is it smart to short expected bad news, or would you wait to see where the market goes? I'm more of a reactionary trader. And so trying to predict what stocks are going to do is very difficult. And it's not easy in terms of probabilities. Reacting to what the market does is usually a little bit better bet. Twitter dropping drastically after reports of it being down here. Look at Twitter drop. It's down to $37, under 37 bucks. It's at 36.80 right now. It's a pretty big drop for Twitter after, we figured out it was down. This page is down. Weird, man. But yeah, Twitter's down for me. It's down for a lot of other people too. But yeah, PPI numbers getting released in 14 minutes. Wish us luck, guys. It should be fun. We got the SPY up to 373s, 374s. Let's see if we reject here. Twitter's still falling, though, guys. Twitter down right now. Twitter is down. The website is down. What will happen if it's negative? What do you mean? 0.8% is what they're expecting for PPI numbers. 0.8% is what they're expecting. So 0.8% is what they're expecting. In terms of May numbers, it was 0.8%. So they're expecting the same for PPI numbers is 0.8%. So they're expecting 0.8%. Now, again, we'll see if we get that or not. But that's ultimately what they're expecting right now. And so we'll see. If it's lower than that, that's good. If it's higher than that, that's not good. And so, let me know what you guys are expecting for these PPI numbers coming out in about 13 minutes. Yeah, man, Twitter's still down for me, and Twitter is starting to break lows here. Twitter's starting to break lows, starting to drop under the previous closing price. Looking forward to your call. What do you mean? I mean, I'm going to report it, but I don't know what the market's going to do. Nobody does, we can try to predict it, but Yeah, trying to guess the direction is usually like a coin flip. Like, and sure, some people are right about it, and so they bring it up like they're the best gurus ever. But it's kind of a coin flip. And the problem with it is that you don't really know what the numbers are going to be. It's a lot easier to just react to the numbers instead of trying to predict it. Expected PPI is 0.8%, Lily. We trade the SPI, the Q, the E-mini, the micro E-mini, Apple, Tesla, Twitter, some penny stocks. A little bit of everything. PPI will be very high, just common sense. If inflation was way higher, PPI 100% sure will be way higher than expected. Yeah, that's probably true, to be honest. I mean, inflation was high. It wasn't way higher, but it was certainly higher. 9.1% is certainly higher than the 8.8% expectation, but it's not super high. Or it's not way higher than expected. It is higher, though. I guess it is subjective, though. PPI is big. Yeah. All right, guys, we almost got 400 people here. It's not even 8:30 yet, so we appreciate you all being here. Again, we knew we would have less people today, but we still got some pretty good numbers already this morning. So, hey, we appreciate you all. Hit that subscribe button if it's your first time here. We day trade, swing trade, and invest every weekday morning with a $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 account. 120K in buying power is usually what I have, and we throw some money around and trade every day at the opening bell live. We completely free resource. We don't sell anything. We don't charge for anything. We don't claim to be an expert. We don't act like gurus. We put everything out there for free. And so if you appreciate that, take the time, hit the subscribe button. You know you want to. Hey, we appreciate you, East. Thank you. But yeah, guys, over 400 people here. We got about 10 minutes before the PPI numbers coming out. I'm showing 0.8% is what the expectations are. And so if we look at this, for instance, let's see where its numbers are. Latest numbers for May were 0.8%. I think they're expecting 0.8% again. I might be wrong. Twitter's still breaking down. SPY's starting to come back up. It's at 374. And again, we got about 10 minutes before the market opens. Yeah. Inflation, we're good inflates and assets deflate. Oh, and deflation. What's the time there? So right now it is 8:21 market time. And so the PPI data will come out at 8:30 market time. So in about 9 minutes to be exact. Which asset do we trade? What do you mean, Nerman? I trade the E-mini, the micro E-mini, the SPY, the Q. I trade a bunch of stuff. I mean, predicting is fine. Like swing trading can be very profitable for sure. Is 0.8. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought the expectation was 0.8%, but I might be wrong. Yeah, we read candlesticks for sure. One of the biggest things we read is up wicks and down wicks. So like even if we look at this on a short-term basis here, this is not an exact science, just to clarify. But like we got this big up wick here, and this big up wick, this up wick right here is indicative of weakness, because when a candlestick goes up and then gets rejected really quickly, it causes these up wicks. And so you can see we got this big up wick here, and then what happened? We drop. We got this big down wick hammer style candle here, and then what happens afterwards? We move up. We got this big up wick here, and it's not an exact science, but we use wicks to determine sentiment and strength and weakness a lot. Can we trade euro, US dollar assets? Yeah, I mean, you can trade whatever you want based off of it. They're all going to react to the PPI data, to be honest, to a certain extent. And so, yeah, it just really depends, but we're all going to react to most of those things, including Forex, futures, stocks. They're all going to react to this data. Crypto is as well. If you look at Bitcoin, how it reacted to the PPI data or the CPI data yesterday, it certainly reacted pretty big. Man, Twitter is falling after they're down right now. So Twitter is down and they are dropping right now. They were very green on the day. They're actually red on the day now. They broke under the previous closing price for Twitter. It's down to 36.60s. Twitter site is still down, I believe. It's still down for me. We're still getting error messages. And again, you can let me know if you're still getting problems there for Twitter also. Do you think people would be foolish to buy houses at these interest rates? I mean, it depends on what their plan is, to be honest. If their plan is paying it off early, I don't know. if their plan is to buy and hold for 3 years. I think people underestimate the significance of interest rates. Like you should always be getting an FHA loan. If you can, FHA loans are one of the easier ways to kind of find an edge in housing markets. 3% interest rates, very low. Even if you're going to pay more for a house at 5% interest, then you're going to pay twice as much. Basically, they're 66.6% repeating, if you want me to be exact in terms of numbers. But still, you're going to pay a lot more, and people should pay attention to interest rates for sure. Pre-market is open right now. Yeah, we'll trade options. We might actually take some longer-term option trades today, Mullen. So stick around. If your plan is to lose a lot of money, buy a house. Hey. All right, guys, 6 minutes. 6 minutes until the PPI data comes out. How can you trade Twitter if the markets are not open? Because the markets are open. The opening bell is different. Right now it's pre-market, so you can buy and sell. You can only use limit orders, and the liquidity is usually a little bit lower in pre-market, but you can still trade it. Like I can buy Twitter, short Twitter right now if I wanted to. Same thing with the SPY, Q, broader markets, all that stuff. The actual opening bell, which is when it's basically main trading hours, they open up at 9:30. Are we dumping hard or what, dude? I don't know, and I really don't know, guys. Like I said, people need to really understand you should never try to just kind of blindly follow anybody. Like nobody really knows how the market's going to react here. I think most people are expecting worse PPI numbers. But at the same time, though, how much of it is already baked in today's pre-market session? Like people already know that PPI is coming out today and they're expecting the worst. And so what happens in the pre-market session leading up to this? We get this big drop in pre-market. And so even if we show bad PPI numbers, to a certain extent, some of it might already be baked in. Now, of course, this is pure speculation, not an investment professional. I have no idea what the market's going to do, and we're just kind of looking at the different nuance behind it. But yeah, we already dropped a lot in the pre-market session this morning. And so to a certain extent, at least some of it is baked in already. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's not going to react to the downside, but traders are already kind of expecting a bad report. And if we look at like a 15-minute chart, you can kind of see how much we've dropped since the pre-market session. And so we had a good day during market hours yesterday. We kind of rebounded from the big CPI drop, but then this morning in pre-market, most likely because people are apprehensive regarding the PPI numbers and the jobless claims numbers, we are dropping pretty drastically down to 373s. And so we'll see if we come back. But again, we just got to wait. The report comes out in 4 minutes. How low you think Twitter will go? I think it really depends on when they get their platform up and running. Twitter platform is down. The reason Twitter's down right now is because their platform is down. So we'll see. You seem very humble compared to other traders. Respect. Thank you, Tori. Yeah, we try. Like I said, man, like people look for reasons to get onto me or like criticize me or whatever it is. But like in the end, we just give everything away for free. Like I don't claim to be an expert. I don't want that pressure, to be honest. I would rather just be a resource and community of traders where I could be honest with people without kind of fudging my numbers, without trying to claim to be some super great millionaire trader or whatever it is. I'd rather just be real with people and say, hey, look, I don't know what's going to happen. You can sit here and watch what happens with me and we'll see, how we do today. Good luck. Not an investment professional, yeah, we're just going to kind of hang out. This is just a resource and community for traders. And we appreciate you guys. We almost got 500 people here. And yeah, PPI data shows up in 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes is when the PPI data drops. 3 minutes, guys. So we'll see what happens. Wish me luck. Still down. Yeah, I'm still down on Twitter too. Jobless claims numbers come out as well. And so, yeah, we'll see, guys. We'll see. We're watching all these levels here. 373 is the low of pre-market right now. It's also the low from yesterday, or close to it at least. And so right around that same level, we got 3 minutes before the PPI and the jobless claims numbers come out. Hey, me too, Fonz. Thank you, brother. Do you hold Bitcoin? I hold some. And Pawn, I don't know if you saw. Okay, yeah, you saw it. Cool. Yeah, Pawn, you're in the roll for sure. Let me add a little delay here. There you go. All right, guys. 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes. What's up, Joel? Not going to look good, fam? Hey, we'll see, Timothy, man. We'll see, bro. Stock market should go heavy today and tomorrow. It went up yesterday with bad news. So big boys were loading up, put short positions. Yeah, maybe. But I think we're also down pretty heavily in pre-market this morning. And so Twitter bouncing back up some. Is the site back up? Nope. Refresh. Nope. Let me log out and then maybe log back in. Nope. Yeah, Twitter down still. It's starting to bounce back up some. Here's the SPY, though. And data comes out in less than a minute, guys. Less than a minute. PPI data, jobless claims data is coming out. We're going to report it as soon as it happens here. Good luck today, guys. Good luck. 40 seconds. 40 seconds, roughly. Should be a fun day, man. We'll see. We're going to put the Q and the SPY up here. All right, so here's the Q on the left. Here's the SPY on the right. But, yeah. Here we go. Get ready, guys. We're going to pull up a few different places to find this data. A few different places to find it. We're using Benzinga. You can try out Benzinga for free if you want to check it out in the description. Should be released pretty soon here, guys. So we're about to be released right now. All right, guys. Here's the data. Good luck. Here's the PPI data coming out. 10 seconds. 5 seconds, really. And give me maybe 20 seconds and we should have that data for you guys. And we'll post it. We'll make a big bulletin about it as soon as we see that data coming out. All right, guys, it's 7:30. Let's wait for this data to be released here. You can see the SPY in the market reacted negatively so far, breaking lows down to 373s here. 373s. Still waiting on the PPI data. We should have it within 30 seconds, usually is when it comes out. All right, so core PPI month over month for June came in at 0.4% versus 0.5% expected prior of 0.5%. And so that's good. That's low. I'm surprised the market's not bumping up right now. Yeah, here's the PPI data so far, guys. Waiting on everything else. Here's the PPI data. Core PPI month over month is right there. And so, yeah, 0.4 versus 0.5% expected. I thought it was 0.8% expected. I don't know. You never really know with that type of stuff, I guess. Looking at the other numbers that came out, or nothing else has come out yet. So, yeah, core PPI month over month for June came in at 0.4% versus 0.5% expected prior of 0.5%. So, those are good numbers, right? Yeah, 0.4 is good. You know, I thought it would be 0.8. So 0.4% is good. It means producer prices are, you know, down relative to last time, at least lower than last time. Okay, wait, here's the numbers. Regular PPI for June is 1.8% versus 0.8%. Okay, so it's bad. My apologies. Core PPI was 0.4. The actual PPI was 1.1, which is higher than expected. I thought they expected 0.8%. There's the actual numbers here. So you can see the actual numbers now. So yeah, 1.1%. So not really good, but I think we're already kind of baked into it already. And the market's reacted positively to this as well. And so yeah, here's the full data release right here, guys, right here. So this is the full data release, 1.1% versus 0.8% expected prior, 0.9%. Core PPI month over month for June came in at 0.4 versus 0.5% expected. So core PPI was lower than expected. Regular PPI was higher than expected. And so kind of mixed results so far, but markets reacted positively to this. And again, how much of this was baked in already is the real question. We had this big drop already in pre-market. Still waiting for the jobless claims numbers. Those should be out. Yeah, here we go. So jobless claims for July came in at 244,000. So we're reporting this now, 244,000. We're going to try to put all of this on one screen if we can. Yeah, there we go. All right, so here's the full numbers. And then the last metric here is regular continuing claims came in at 1.331 million versus 1.38 million expected. Okay, so just to give you a little rundown on what this all means. Core PPI month over month was better than expected. It came in at 0.4% versus 0.5% expected. That was what we showed first. Regular PPI for June came in at 1.1%, which is noticeably higher than expected. They expected 0.8%. I thought last time was 0.8, but they say prior was 0.9. But yeah, Regular PPI month over month for June came in at 1.1%. So that's worse than expected. That's higher than expected. In terms of jobless claims numbers, so again, with jobless claims numbers, lower is better. The lower people that are saying that they do not have jobs is better. And so that came out higher than expected at 244,000 versus 235,000 expected prior of 235. So about 5,000 more jobless initial claims for July. Continuing claims for July came in at 1.331 million versus about 1.383 million expected. So lower than expected continuing claims as well. So mixed results here. We had worse than expected PPI, better than expected core PPI, worse than expected jobless claims numbers, initial jobless claims numbers, and then better than expected continuing claims. And so it's kind of a 50-50 split. We had two better than expected, two worse than expected. But the more important metrics, in my opinion, which is just regular PPI, they were worse than expected. But the market's reacting positively to this. And again, we already had this pretty big drop leading into the pre-market session. And so that's kind of the rundown on what these results mean here. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this data now that the PPI data is released. We've actually had a positive reaction to this data so far. So the Cpi and Q are both up from this data releases. And yeah, we'll see what happens, guys. But the Cpi, the Q are both green from this data release. They're both still green. And we'll see if they hold. We'll see. Yeah, it still means rate hikes, probably. But at what point are they already priced in? Yeah, Tyler, priced in. Yeah, for sure. At what point are they already priced in? And again, I tried to tell you guys, like, a lot of people were like, oh, the rates are going to be bad, or the jobless claims numbers and the PPI was going to be bad. But again, at what point are we already baked into this? Look at the pre-market session. We're down big in pre-market. And so you got to really understand the market is reacting to the news the 24 hours prior to the news being released. It goes back to the saying, buy the rumor, sell the news, right? The market's reacting to this PPI report for the last 24 hours, essentially, is what the market's reacting to. The market's also reacting to the CPI report that was put out yesterday. And so, yeah, it's all about being baked in already. And I think some of this move was already baked in. Again, if you look at the Cpi drop this morning in pre-market, we've already dropped pretty substantially in pre-market today. And so it's not surprising when we have mixed results that the market's moving up slightly. Now, we'll see if it holds. I guess the real question here is, do you think it holds these gains that it's put in since this report was released? Again, you can vote on our poll. We got about 500 votes. 65% of you say you're bearish on the PPI release this morning. 35% said bullish. Hey, of course. Hello from Korea. Thanks for the info. Of course. Happy to help. Thank you for being here. We appreciate the support, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. My big thing is we don't sell anything here. We don't charge for any content. We give everything away for free without claiming to be an expert. And so we just kind of put everything out there for free. And so if you guys appreciate that and you guys want a place where you can get all this data for free, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. We certainly appreciate it. Is it good or not for the Dow Jones? Well, it's mixed. We had worse than expected PPI for June, better than expected core PPI, worse than expected worse than expected initial jobless claims, but better than expected continuing claims. And so it's split down the middle. And in situations like this, again, a lot of this is already baked in, Market's dropping. Yeah, well, market dropped this morning after the JPM earnings were released earlier this morning, and they showed worse than expected results and guidance as well. And so that certainly influenced some of this drop. But again, market dropped pretty substantially before that. So here's the JP Morgan drop right here. This is exactly when the JP Morgan numbers were released. But if we zoom out here, market already dropped, 2 or 3 times that drop prior to the JP Morgan numbers being released. And so the market was already down pretty substantially when the JP Morgan numbers came out, if that makes sense. Fed has no recourse but 100 basis point hike for 2 months straight. Yeah, I think that's what probably they're going to do. Gold will continue dropping. GM and Pilot Company. Yeah. Taiwan Semiconductors. Yeah, a little boring, but market reacted positively, which I don't think is bad. We baked in, huh? What a time to be alive. I'm not saying we are baked in. I'm saying that if you want to try to justify why the stock market essentially pushed up from these mixed PPI numbers and results with jobless claims, you know, one of the guesses would be that we were already to a certain extent priced in. You know, again, it's all speculative, but you know, I think that's certainly an argument. Markets drop before the news, right? That's what a lot of people got to understand. Even with earnings as well, right? Earnings. Most of the time, traders are reacting to it ahead of time. You know, and so they're reacting to or they're not reacting, but most of the time, traders are trading expectations beforehand. But yeah, Q, Spy, both up, both green since that release. Not green on the day, still very red on the day, but still green from that release. Spy testing 375, which I think is a pretty big psychological level also. And so here's 375. That's a big level, guys. That's a big psychological level here for sure. And again, guys, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're pushing towards 81,000 subscribers. And with that, we certainly appreciate you guys. So hit that subscribe button. Everything we do here is free. And we'll see how the market reacts at the opening bell. We're going to be trading it live, so stick around. 544 viewers, but only 126 likes. Yeah, we got about 470. The data just got released here. And so a lot of the time people are just kind of like, all right, I'm out after the data is released. And that's pretty standard. But we still got 460 people here, you know, so cheers to you guys. And we'll see what happens. I think they are ready now before the news arrives, so they sell this afternoon. Yeah, that might be true. I mean, that's certainly possible. You know. Hey, what's up, Chris? All right, team. Should be a fun bell. All right, guys. Spy is up to 374s. Q is up to 283.50s. How's the World Series of Poker going? I haven't really been paying attention to it that much. Spy dipping down pretty heavily. Q is at 283.40s, 283.40s. So market's starting to test down here. We got the VWAP on the Spy right around 374.20s. And we'll see if it holds over that level. I think that's a big and influential level. And so I think that's pretty influential. We'll see if it holds. We'll see. Hold on one second, guys. All right, JB, come on now, man. Anyways, guys. All right, so Spy testing VWAP now. It's at 374.30s. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting you pawn. I'm looking at it now. I'm not sure, bro. All right, so market breaking under VWAP now. It's at 374.16s. There you go. So markets testing VWAP now, kind of completely neutral, to be honest here. Retail haven't been selling their stocks. Retail is helping hold up the prices. Yeah, that might be it. A nice CT. Yeah, basically baked in with sentiment is all I mean, you know. I wish I didn't have a friend who has access to news before they post it so that I can position my entries. Honestly, just kind of get inside Elon Musk's head, you know. Retail haven't been, yeah, I mean, we'll see, guys. Market dropping, Q dropping, market kind of correcting some. We had the PPI and jobless claims numbers come out, and the market's actually dropping some from it. So the market's dropping. SPY is at 374s now. So market's continuing to fall here. Down to 374.11s, and we'll see if it holds, guys. We'll see if it holds. Again, you know, the numbers were mixed, and so it wasn't positive numbers. In fact, in terms of like the more relevant stat, regular PPI for the US for June came in at much higher than expected. So not much higher, but it came in at 1.1% when they expected 0.8%, and so it was noticeably higher than last time. And with that, you know, that's not good. You know, that's not good. It's kind of already self-evident, though, with CPI numbers being bad. You know, PPI numbers are going to be bad as well because they're directly related. But, you know, it was technically mixed results. We did have better than expected jobless claims numbers and worse than expected only by about 5K on jobless claims numbers as well. So we had one better, one worse, mixed results 50-50. And so we'll see how the market responds to it. But all right, guys. So all right, so I think I just fixed it, Pawn, if you're there. SPY down to 374s. Pelosi gonna sign up more. Carol's. I'm letting Carol sleep in today, bro. You know. EVGO. We got the Q trying to bounce back. SPY under VWAP now. We'll see if it actually holds though. EVGO gapped and then came all the way back down, unfortunately. And so the other ones moving today didn't really hold. BMRA tried. It looks like SNTG. See, the problem with most of these penny stocks is that we're looking at them, but they're all failing. None of them are holding their gains at all. Like I've looked at a few different ones this morning and none of them held. And so it's just kind of hard to capitalize on these moves, I think. Here's the Q. What is Twitter doing? Is Twitter still down? Guys, is Twitter still down? Yes, Twitter's still down. Weird, man. Very strange. SPY started to try to ramp up. Sorry, I'm working on it right now, Pawn. Let me see. So futures. I think I just have to sync permissions. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that worked. Futures. Let's try this. Permissions. Okay. Synced. Okay, good. Everything else should be fine. Let me see if that works. All right, market's still breaking down. It's at 374. Twitter still down, still trying to hold the support level. Twitter is working for me. Really, maybe I should log out and log back in on Twitter. Maybe that's it. Log out. Log out. SPY coming back down, though, guys. SPY down to 370, 370s. Yeah, Twitter is completely down for me. Completely down. I'm getting this error message. Let me know if it's down for you guys still, too. Tsla. Is anybody else's music lagging for you? We got fiber optic here, so we shouldn't be lagging. I don't know why we're lagging. There we go. That's a little bit better. I think it's working for me now. It won't even let me log in. It's completely out for me. Log out. I can click log out, and it still won't do it. It just gives me an error message. It's completely down for me. Let me know if Twitter's down for you guys, too. Yeah, we always got one person that complains about the music, Donald. So, you know, no offense to you, sir, but you're the only one today. And, yeah, we're not going to... We'll turn it down a little bit, but we're not going to turn it off. Twitter up for me. Twitter down globally, reported by Reuters. Yeah, I don't know, for whatever reason. Twitter's down for me as well. It looks like it's down for most people. But yeah, so guys, we did have the PPI numbers come out. Again, for June, they came in at 1.1% versus 0.8% expected, prior 0.9% for June month-over-month PPI. Core PPI month-over-month for June came in at 0.4 versus 0.5 expected, prior 0.5. Jobless claims for July came in at 244 versus 235. So, you know, about 9,000 higher than expected jobless claims initially for July. Continuing claims were better than expected, though, and Twitter's still dropping, guys. Twitter's down to 3650s, 3660s here. So Twitter's still on the way down. Yeah, can't please everybody. Try Twitter on your phone. We could try it. No, it looks like my phone's still down, too. Nope, cannot retrieve tweets at this time. Please try again later. Weird. Okay, let me see if we can fix this one. There we go. All right, Pawn, you should be good, brother. All right, team. Again, let me know what you guys are watching today, guys. Yeah, there we go. All right, market's starting to consolidate and pull back up some. It's at 374s right now, 374s. Why is my music doing this? All right, guys. All right, guys. Let's see. We can read message history, embed links. Send messages, create invite, everything else. View channels. There we go. All right. So market's still consolidating here. There we go. Twitter up for me. Yeah, it's down for me too. Maybe you're a ban. No, I'm not down. Twitter is down for everybody. It's not just me. If you look at like down detector, you'll see Twitter's down too. So it just depends. What about retail sales? June release tomorrow would have an impact. It will, but it's not going to be substantial impact or anything like that. Like, again, you can look at the correlation between, like, say, for instance, yesterday's CPI data release in terms of like people paying attention to it. You can even look at like volume. Like yesterday, here's a good way to look at it. Like yesterday for CPI, we had 2,000 plus people here. Today for PPI, which is a much less relevant stat, we had like 500, 600 people here. So it's like there's just less interest in PPI because, to be honest, CPI is the more important metric. And so you can see like the reaction to the CPI yesterday, which was a big reaction here. And then you can look at the reaction to the PPI, which is just kind of meh, little baby reaction here. So CPI is the big one that you should be paying attention to. PPI is relevant, but not as relevant. But it's still important. And then everything else is just kind of the same thing on that scale. I got a split, going to leave the stream. Not feeling this market. Need to get out of the house and live life. Hey, all good, James. Have a good day, brother. No stress, man. Have a good day, bro. Twitter might be up for you guys. It's not up for me yet, unfortunately. Well, CPI mostly, Walter, I think. Hey, let me know how it is, AJ. All right, guys. So market's still kind of sideways. VWAP is above us now. So if we're looking at short-term trend, we're technically in a downward trend for the SPY short-term and long-term as well. If you look at long-term, we're definitely down at pre-market today. The previous closing price on the SPY is all the way up to 378.80. It's almost 379. We're currently at about 374. And so we're about $6 down on the SPY today, which is not good, of course. We also rejected off the VWAP here. You can see we did reject off of this VWAP area. And so we'll see, but yeah. All right, so we're starting to move up to 374s. We might buy some options today, though, guys. But I guess my question is it safe to buy options now, or do you think we're still going to get some drastic effects by this? If I buy options, I don't mind buying like a 1 or 2 week out option. I certainly don't like higher than that, just because, there's just too much fundamental risk in these type of markets, to be honest. Now, leading forward here, Friday, we've got the manufacturing price, export prices, import prices, retail sales. Raphael Bostic is going to be discussing monetary policy at 8:45 in the morning. We got industrial production numbers, business inventories, and the Baker Hughes U.S. Rig count. So we got some numbers dropping tomorrow also. And then we got a bunch of earnings that are going to affect the market next week here. I think next week we have Netflix earnings, which are huge. And that, regardless of anything else, it's going to affect the tech sector. It's going to affect the broader market as well. So if like Netflix puts in really bad numbers like they did last time, it's going to affect the market for sure. And that's something that we should certainly pay attention to. SPY dropping down to 370, 370s. And so I guess what I'm saying is like short term, there's some vulnerabilities in terms of like betting on a specific direction up or down. Yeah, well, crypto is up. I mean, the market actually reacted somewhat positively to this stuff, but yeah, we'll see. You know, not too bad. You know what I mean? Twitter down for us too. Yeah, Twitter's down for everybody. I'm pretty sure, at least. Options need movement quickly. As long as the spot doesn't sit sideways, there's money to be made. Stock market roller coaster drop at the open. 2 negatives today and yesterday. Can't short, but I wish I could. Just my thinking. I mean, you could short, Kim. There's ways to short. Futures market, you can short. You can short with options, with buy and put options. You can buy inverse ETFs if you want. You can buy like the UVXY or the SQQQ or something like that if you want to short. You know, they do the opposite of what the market does. So there's ways to short. Even if you don't have a margin account, you can just buy UVXY or something like that if you really want to short. Twitter's working? Not for me. It's probably a phishing email, I'm assuming, CT. Usually what they're trying to trick you into do is logging in. Twitter is back, I think. Yes, Twitter is back up and running for me, although it's a little laggy, but Twitter is back. Strange. Yeah, Twitter's back. Weird, we lost followers on that Twitter side. We lost like 2 followers. Hey guys, y'all hit that subscribe button on Beginner Trading. We appreciate you. Vote on the poll right now, though. We got a poll going on Twitter. I guess we can end this poll because it's already done. But yeah, y'all give me a follow on Twitter. YouTube, twitter.com/beginnertrades. Now that we're back, Twitter still down. Reacted pretty negatively from this drop, though. What's Tesla doing today? I saw it was consolidating around 700. Yeah, so it's over 700. It's at almost 706. We got 30 minutes until the market opens. And there's ADXN. We got BMRA. So small cap land's pretty slow, to be honest. Well, look at GOEV just ramp this morning, guys. GOEV just surged. Got up to 390s. Let's see if there's a reason for this for GOEV. So the U.S. Army selected Canoe's multi-purpose platform for analysis and demonstration. Yeah, I mean, multi-purpose analysis and demonstration. U.S. Army selected one of their platforms for for Canoe. And GOEV's up because of it. It's at 390s, 395's high of the pre-market session. See if it holds. It might. Yeah, my Twitter works now, so it's finally working. Is there a way to use the fact that inflation is going to get another hike with a stock ETF or anything? Well, I mean, if you think inflation is going to be high, generally speaking, that usually means that the market is not going to be high and the market is going to drop. And so with that, I mean, you could short the market is probably the most self-evident way to do it. But again, it's not an exact enough science for me to feel comfortable in it, you know, but especially considering how much the market is down over the last 6 months. But again, I mean, you know, if inflation fears are still there and they get worse, I mean, we could just keep on dropping. You know, it's certainly possible. And so again, let me know, do you guys think that, I guess we could end our poll here. What do we got? We got about 600 votes bullish on PPI data release this morning. 64% are bearish, they said. And so we can do another poll here. All right, so we can do another poll here. Now that the PPI data is done, we're going to do another poll, and the poll is going to be bullish over the market. Or how about this? Do you think the market... what's a good poll here, guys? We could say, do you think the market will end green over the next 6 months? EVGO? GO EV is up there now. EVGO is trying. It's got to get back over VWAP here. We got Twtr still down. Tesla's kind of creeping up some. All right, so we got our new poll up. Do you think the market will be green over the next 6 months? Let me know. Yeah, for sure, pawn. That's kind of what I'm thinking. I mean, I could buy some options. I usually like longer term options, like month or two options out. But I think with all the fundamental data release and the market's actually pushing up, I just think there's risks betting in any specific direction like that, you know. And so market's starting to pop up here, starting to go up some. All right, so we're at 374s for the SPY, 374s. Tesla up there at 707 for Tesla, 707. All right, guys, we're at 707 for Tesla. Still pushing up here. What's your favorite stock this morning and why, guys? I guess is the real question. We usually get a nice bull run during, I don't know about this time, but yeah. Yeah, I got futures contract. That's what I'm going to be trading futures today, Chris. Swings were tougher for me. Felt like too much guesswork. I actually like swings because you can really analyze extension and then use that extension to make your predictions and bet on a specific direction. And so I really like looking for like really beat up healthy companies that I think will be fine and then just buying and sitting. SQQQ, yeah, you want to bet that the market's going to go down. You can just buy the SQQQ. Do you think the market will end up green today? I don't know. I think that's harder to predict. GOEV, yeah, GOEV had to deal with the U.S. Army, or the U.S. Army is using their platform in one way or another. And so, you know, over $4 seems like a big psychological level that we could pay attention to. You know what I mean? And yeah, we got a lot of stuff that's moving here. We'll see. Market's starting to push up. GOEV just ramped up to 410s here. SPY still at 374s. And again, don't worry, we're going to be trading actively at the opening bell. We're just waiting for the market to open in about 24 minutes. Still got about 360 people here, which is really not that bad for a Thursday. Thursdays are usually lower volume. So, hey, we appreciate the almost 400 of you that are spending your morning with us. If you haven't already, hit that notification bell. Hit that subscribe button first, of course. And then hit that notification bell. We certainly appreciate the love and support. GOEV at 406s. 406s. Starting to ramp up. We got our Scooby-Doo mug. SPY is at 374.16s. And so, hey, we appreciate the love, guys. We really do. And again, wish me luck today, guys. We're going to try to make some money. We're going to try. We'll see how it goes. GOEV still consolidating there. Market breaking back, rejecting at the VWAP. And you can kind of see why the VWAP is important here because like the VWAP's identifying the short-term trend. And so like, let me give you an example of how you profit from VWAP, right? Like say you just waited for the SPY to go up to VWAP and every time it popped up to VWAP, you shorted it within a range, you know, so you shorted here, you shorted here, you shorted here, you know, you shorted here. You lose here, so here's one loss, and so we can draw the one losing example of this here just to kind of make it obvious. We'll make it orange. So there's the one loss, and then again you shorted here, you shorted here. You're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of 7 green trades. 6 out of 7. So you're going to be running really high accuracy rate, 80-90% or whatever that is, 80 something percent it looks like. You're going to be running really high accuracy rate. And so it's about probabilities. The problem is like people refuse to cut their losses on the one losing trade. And so it's like people attack the VWAP and then it works, they build up profit, and then on this situation right here, on this example, they refuse to cut losses, and so they ended up holding it and they cut losses, and maybe it would have kept working, but that's kind of how traders can be profitable traders, but because they're not good at cutting losses, they just kind of keep losing. And so conditioning yourself through repetition to cut losses is one of the best skills you can do and reinforce in trading. With that said, though, market rejecting off VWAP pretty heavily now, starting to drop. SPY down to 373.60s. So market's dropping, SPY dropping, and Q's dropping as well. Q down to 280s. So we'll see if it continues. But yeah, not looking great. PPI was worse than expected. Yeah, bro, I got the Scooby-Doo mug, dude. Look at me. Check me out. But yeah. It's called the VWAP, the volume weighted average price. And of course, I can't guarantee it's going to work for you. Nobody can. All just subjective opinion, But volume weighted average price, we've got a lot of great content on it. I'm a VWAP trader. And so we've got a ton of good content on the VWAP. I'll post this video and I'll also pin it to the top of the page. It's the latest kind of VWAP course on a VWAP balance strategy. So on a long strategy using the VWAP, here's a full course on it if you want to check it out. We also have full VWAP courses on stream as well. There's the link for that. Check it out. Pin it to the top of the page too. All right, guys, 20 minutes. Can't see your face with the message in the way. I mean, I can do this. You can see my beautiful face here. Ooh, man, look at that. Wow, man, I'm just a handsome guy over here. But no, I can do this if you guys want. Let me know if you would prefer this, let me know. I mean, it's going to be smaller charting, and so it's not going to be as easier to see. But, y'all can vote on it, I've done nothing but cut losses since 2020. Hey. John, I know you play quick, but if you're in a good trade and profit, have you ever let the play run and set like a moving stop or trailing stop? No, I'm more of a scalper. So like, I'm one of those ones where it's like, I'll get in and out. And if it looks bad, I'll cut it. And then if it looks good again, I'll get right back in it. So I've never really needed to set like trailing stops or anything like that because I'm okay with getting out and then getting right back in. Like a lot of traders set a rule for themselves where it's like, if they get out of something, they can't jump right back in. Not me. Some of my best trades are where I get out, I get stopped out, and then I jump right back into something. Those are usually kind of my best trades, And so it's like there's just no reason for me to, not do that, I guess. Even if it's still moving your way. Well, like what'll happen, I'm buying pullbacks usually. And so it's like, I don't know. It's just my own trading style. It's just kind of the style I have for trading. Pump or dump then market opens, or just pump? I don't know, man. Let me know. Do y'all think the market will pump or dump at the opening bell? Right now, the market's dumping. I mean, we're down to 373.50s. And so the market's not looking that hot right now, to be honest. We'll see if it holds, Oh, here, I'm going to make this charting a little bit bigger now. And I think I can if I just do this. And we're going to make this a lot bigger. There we go. There. That way you guys can see a little bit easier. What tickers usually? I believe when the CPI data comes out next month, market will ramp up. Maybe. But CPI data just dropped yesterday. And I don't know. It depends on what the CPI data shows, I guess, next month. But again, we'll see. We'll see. I guess like the common logic here is that because the numbers were so bad that they're expecting the numbers to continue to get worse. We scalp futures contracts and, sometimes options, but most of the time futures contracts or shares. All right, guys. So we're gonna do a poll on Twitter. All right, guys. So how many hours until the close? What, we got like 6.5 hours? We'll just make it 7 hours. And yeah, vote on the poll right now, guys. Does the market rebound from today's pre-market session or keep it on dropping? We're using VWAP mostly, Chantal. Mostly VWAP. What we use, you know. Did you experience burnt account when beginner trading? Yeah, dude, I've lost a few accounts when I was in the beginning, for sure. Everybody does, for the most part. I mean, there's exceptions to that, but a large majority of people do. Do you remember the longest time you've been in a play for that wasn't a swing? What do you mean, like the longest term day trade? It was probably like 6 or 7 hours. Not too long ago. So I would say about 3-4 months ago, maybe like 6 months ago. I remember I was at the mall and like the market had dropped drastically from something. I think it might have been Netflix's earnings, but it dropped big for some reason or another. And so because of that, I remember just kind of being like, hey, I'm going to buy this short-term dip and I'm just going to hold it. And so I bought like a sizable position. I ended up buying like a few, I ended up buying some shares of like the Q, I think it was. And I ended up holding it the entire day until like 3 p.m. And so I held it basically for like 5 hours, 6 hours. And ended up making like a few $100 from it. But I'll take longer term day trades. Again, most of the time they're based off of extension. And so it's like if the market just gets really, really, really beat up, then I'm okay with kind of buying it and holding it for a few hours and letting it rebound and then selling. But it depends on how extended the market is, and I'm not going to do that with penny stocks because penny stocks will just kind of keep dropping. You're not going to be able to bag hold penny stocks successfully most of the time because most penny stocks are terrible companies and they'll just end up at zero eventually. But like you can do that with the broader market. Apple, Disney, it just depends. But yeah, that's kind of what we do. That's the longest kind of trades I'll take. What is the VWAP? VWAP's the volume weighted average price. It's just an intraday trend indicator. It's the purple line right here on this chart. So it's just kind of telling you the trend of the stock market. So like yesterday, most of the day and during market hours, you can see we pull back to the VWAP numerous times and we just kind of bounce off of it. And so it's a volume weighted moving average, but it's what they use it for and what traders watch it for is trend identification. Yeah, PPI is out, Logan. It's right underneath us. For June, it came in at 1.1% versus 0.8% expected. Prior of 0.9%. Core PPI came in at 0.4 versus 0.5% expected, and jobless claims numbers came in at 244 versus 235, prior of 235. So mixed results. We had 4 fundamental data releases: PPI, jobless claims, initial jobless claims, and core PPI, and 2 out of 4 of them were good, and 2 out of 4 of them were bad. And so mixed results, basically. So you're planning on holding that for the day? Yeah, I remember planning on holding that for a day or two, depending on how long it took. And we ended up rebounding pretty quickly. And so I ended up selling it like 5 or 6 hours later. But I would have held it the next day if it was like break even or something. I probably would have held it. But I'll take trades like that occasionally. Like I do take trades when you guys aren't here. And I'll kind of just, again, my overarching philosophy is extension. I look for healthy companies, stocks, or markets that are incredibly beat up, short term, that I can buy the extended dip and ride the rebound. Is usually what I try to do. What time frame is best? Well, I mean, you can use it on multiple different time frames. It's mostly a day trading indicator, though. And again, do you think the market bounces today, guys? Here's the SPY. We are kind of bouncing back and forth. Opening bells in about 13 minutes. But the market is kind of bouncing back and forth over and over again. And we'll see if it continues to hold. Certainly could, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. So yeah, guys. So PPI data's out. Still kind of waiting to see what we get. So far, the market's reacted kind of neutrally from the data release here. So like if we look at the Q, you can see the data was released right here. Like right in this candle was when the data came out. And so if we talk about like where this candle closed, we closed at 283.14. So we closed here and we're right around that now. So we're pretty break even from the PPI data release. But again, a lot of it was already baked in. CPI was already baked into the market from yesterday. And so PPI is just kind of a continued explanation of inflation, right? So it's less relevant than CPI, certainly. And again, you can see that with the views today, with everything. So, it's Thursday. Hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Let's keep running those numbers up. Market opens up in about 11 minutes. All right, Logan says, thanks, brother. New subscriber here. Really appreciate you doing CPI and PPI results and reactions. Good work, my friend. Hey, we appreciate you, Logan. Thank you, man. Yeah, and again here, if it's your first time here, everything we do is free. So we don't charge for anything. We don't sell a course or a service or anything like that. We don't need to. We make enough money running this channel to where we can kind of give everything away for free. And I just want to be a free trading resource and community. And so that's all I really want, is just to be a free community and resource for trading. You know what I mean? And so if you appreciate that, if you guys want to be a part of that, hit that subscribe button, guys. We got about 10 minutes into the market open. Still got over 300 people here, which isn't bad for a Thursday. And hey, good luck today, guys. Let's try to make some money. We'll see. Would you guys ever want me to stream Forex as well? I've really thought about it, but what are the volatile times for Forex? What are the volatile parts of Forex? I know there's the New York Open, which is basically like market hours, but then the London Open, I think, is like early in the morning for US. And so I could stream those. But let me know. Yeah, we look at DXY. DXY is relevant. It's been ramping up lately. So. All right, guys. SPY run it up. We'll see what we get. Let's do this, guys. Good luck, team. I'm not a Forex guy. Yeah, for sure. Forex super relevant to the economics of everything, and that's kind of why we're covering it. Yeah, a lot of people saying I don't like Forex. Yeah, I mean, I've tried Forex off and on. It's kind of not another way to basically trade the markets. And so SPY's starting to move up here. We got 9 minutes, guys. Green or red? No, you can't trade Forex on any platform. You got to have a Forex platform. You can on TOS, I'm pretty sure, though. Let me see. Yeah, you can trade on Forex on TOS, surprisingly enough. Q was at 283s. All right, guys. 9 minutes, team, 9 minutes. Vote on the poll right now, guys. Again, vote on the poll. Poll's pretty much split. Do you think the market will be green over the next 6 months? 52% think yes, which kind of can signify optimistic signs, maybe. People thinking the market's going to be green. I think a lot of people are just kind of, the market's down so much over the last 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, that I think people are ready for a bounce here. I think people are ready for a bounce. Obviously, the Q was at 408 back in November, and the SPY itself was ramping up pretty high then too, up to almost 500 at 480s. And so with that in mind, at what point are we oversold in these markets, guys? I guess is the question. At what point are we oversold here? And, when do you guys think we're going to bounce back? Both the SPY and Q down big today on inflation concerns. And PPI data was released. Again, it showed mixed results. You can see the results at the bottom of the page. PPI for June came in at 1.1% when they expected 0.8%. So higher than expected by about 0.3%. Core PPI for June came in at 0.4, so a little bit better than expected there. And then initial jobless claims were a little bit higher than expected as well. So, yeah, we'll see, guys. Is AMC back today? I know AMC has kind of been ramping up. But AMC down under 15s again. Do you guys think AMC is a buy? That's a good question. Do you think AMC is a buy? Markets will react positively to midterms. Yeah, for sure. That's probably true. You know. All right, guys. 7 minutes. 7 minutes. And again, we're going to be trading actively at the opening bell. And so wish me luck. If you can already, vote on my Twitter poll, guys. Does the market rebound from today's pre-market session or continue falling? Here's the Twitter poll. Open it up in a new tab if you can. AMC is a major buy to me. Under 12 is a buy. Market will react positively to the midterms. Maybe. Possible. But we'll see. All right, guys. So SPY has been mostly sideways since the Ppi data release. So it's been mostly consolidating and sideways. Not the best reaction, of course, but like not terrible either, I would say. It really just depends on what happens at the opening bell now. You know, I think people are skeptical, but I think we've also dropped pretty heavily over the last like few days. Leading up into the CPI, PPI, and the fundamental data that's going to be released tomorrow. I think, again, I think a lot of it's already priced in. You know, I think that we had big drops yesterday, big drops this morning in pre-market before the PPI release. And so to a certain extent, I think it's priced in. Now, doesn't mean we're not going to keep dropping. And so we do have some big levels that we can watch on the broader market here. If we put a 5-minute chart up, for instance, you know, we got this low right around 373.20s. It was the low of the day yesterday, and it's also right around the low of the day for today. And I think we could probably just draw this at 373 as kind of the middle range level for this low. So 373 is a big support level in terms of just historical movement. Yesterday, it was the low of the day. Same thing with today, roughly the low of the day today as well. 375 above us is kind of like a psychological level. And so right now, especially, we've been in this kind of range. You can see the top at 375 and the bottom at 373. So this little $2 range might be relevant today to pay attention to in terms of like breaking above it might signify some bullish action. Breaking below it might signify some weakness, obviously, if we start breaking lows. And so those are two levels that I'm going to specifically watch today, and we'll see if they work out. And again, let me know any levels that you're watching for the SPY or Q. We can kind of do the same thing with the Q here. You know, the Q's at 283s. We kind of got this range between 284 and 282. So kind of another $2 range here that we can pay attention to. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll be a green day today, guys, hopefully. And yeah, good luck today, guys. Market opens up in 4 minutes. 4 minutes. I got my Scooby-Doo mug, and we're ready. All right, guys. Whew, man. Let me know if it's time for me to get a haircut. It might be. But no, SPY is at 374s roughly, almost 374s. Yeah, DXY has been pumping up for the last like week straight, right? I've been watching it on TradingView. /DXY. Does it let me do that for TradingView? No. Programming. Trying to take the cheat. I see. Yeah, DXY is pushing up even more, man. Look at TradingView DXY chart. Wow, look at this. 109s. So we'll see. That's been moving up lately the last few days too. Euro, US dollar is now 99. Yeah, so I know the Euro and the US dollar are about the same currently. At least they have been. Yeah, Mike, we'll see, man. Hopefully not. I hope we don't. 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes. Good luck today, team. We appreciate the love. I don't know if the polls are broken or what. I'll delete that one. I think the polls are kind of weird on the SPY and Q right now. All right, SPY about ramping back up. It's at 374s. 374s. Yeah, see, weird. You voted on that poll, Fonz, but it didn't show up on my end, so I just kind of deleted it. I'm not sure why the poll is kind of acting weird, but for whatever reason, we just kind of deleted it. Okay. All right, guys, market's starting to ramp up. We got less than 2 minutes. Less than 2 minutes. Starting to pop up. We're at 374s. 374s. Q up to 283s here. So the market's starting to pop up a little bit. We got less than a minute, guys. Less than a minute. All right, guys, market's about to open. Guys, wish us luck today, team. Remember to hit that subscribe button. All right, good luck today, guys. Here's the opening bell. All right, so starting off at the opening bell, we got the SPY at about 373.70s, 373.80s. The Q and the SPY both popped up, with the Q being tech heavier, is back up a little bit faster than the SPY here. So Q in the broader market is moving up fast. AMC just ripped up over 15 at the opening bell. GameStop is up to 140s here. And the broader market is trying here. If we look at something like Twtr is at 36.50s, and then we have Tesla here. Popping up to 710s at the opening bell. So Q is running up. It's at 284s. SPY is starting to move up some as well here. And so far, so good with these markets. Ramping up pretty solid. Again, we'll switch the scanners over to regular. Q is popping. SPY is popping up. GOEV, Rev, Insanity. Yeah, we can look at Rev. GameStop up. Rev is up some. GOEV just dumped down at the opening bell. SPY looking good, though. We'll put a 1 minute chart up on the SPY. And we'll see if we can maybe buy like the E-mini here. Hold on, let's try. Oh, no, we're not going to buy the E-mini. We might short it, though, if we start to look weak here. Sideways market here. All right, so we just shorted it real quick, made some. We might short on another bounce here in the SPY. Market looking weak, though, just broke lows. Downwick indicating some buying pressure coming in. So choppy sideways open. We're going to wait. I don't like this activity. Unless we fully break down under those lows, we're just going to wait. Tesla is at 703s here, guys, 703s. So Tesla just kind of completely reversed and broke lows here. That might influence the markets now too. Tesla down to testing 700. GOEV didn't hold. GameStop, AMC didn't hold either. And SPY testing lows now on all of these here. So got some activity for sure. Market looking kind of weak. All right, we're actually shorting the micro E-mini again here. We were green, but we took too long to pull the page up. And I think if this starts to squeeze up against this, we're just going to have to wait here because we don't want to get stuck in like a full rebound. Yeah, we're going to have to cut that. So $30 down, pretty small. We'll give it some time. We got to wait for this sideways range to break. It's been kind of a hard week to trade the market short term for sure. What's GOEV doing? I see some people mentioning that one. Yeah, GOEV starting to rebound some, but we got to let this rectangular opening range break out of the SPY. It's just too sideways. SNTG, guys, look at SNTG starting to ramp up. It's at 83 cents. 83 cents for SNTG. So starting to ramp. Yeah, market kind of testing lows again. Got to wait for this range to break, though. I can't really bet on any specific trend, so we're going to have to wait for weakness to come in and then attack that. GameStop and AMC are looking a little bit better, though. So GameStop and AMC rebounding. AMC back over 15 for a second. Now coming back down some. Market looks like it wants to break lows, though. It looks like it wants to go weak. But we got a lot of down wicks, too, at the bottom of this range here. So, you know, got a triple bottom right here on the SPY. We'll wait for that to break. If it does, then that's going to be indicative of some weakness coming in, hopefully. There we go. We're actually riding the breakdown. We just shorted and covered in the SPY or the micro E-mini. We'll put it up so you guys can see it. I think we're going to have to take some larger sizing too in futures trading here. So we got the breakdown here. Let's start to scale up some and really try to start to capitalize on this move. Quick little pop up. We'll short into 2 contracts with that. See if we can get the breakdown we want right here. There we go. Like it wants to break. Consolidating. Getting a bounce here. Again, we're getting used to futures contracts here. I don't mind adding one more contract here. It's certainly risky because if the market starts to really fly up, we could find ourselves in trouble. So we'll have to be careful with this, but oof, not what we love. All right, getting that flush rejection at the 373 level. 3 contracts right now. Not a huge day, you know, so far. This is kind of a bigger position here, though, so hopefully we get the breakdown. We're going to cover this and just wait, I think. I do have to get used to the bigger sizing, so bear with me. You know, we're getting used to the bigger sizing. I think we're going to have to start taking larger positions, and I think I'm actually right about that direction. But we're going to wait and try to find a little bit better edge play close to the open, you know. Apple's starting to break down, too. Here's Tesla. AMC is starting to ramp up, too. GameStop is up to 141.40s. All right, so we did kind of catch a few more breakdowns in the micro E-mini here. We're only down about 43 bucks on the day. Kind of riding this trend down. And I think we might break here. I don't usually take low of the day breaks, but just for a burst of momentum on the downside. There we go. All right, so we just caught that breakdown here. I'm starting to get into the rhythm of things. Market just broke lows. Still dropping here, still dropping. Put up the chat. Haven't been able to see the chat. Roblox. Market really starting to break though, guys. SPY down to 373. What sucks is that all of these trades would have worked. And so it's like, remember guys, I shorted this and it would have worked lovely, but you know, a little bit more emotional, I think, because I'm not used to trading futures on TOS, you know. Red or green today, guys? Red or green so far? Market looking weak again. Looks like it wants to break lows. I'm not going to short down here, even though we might get some momentum flooding in from it. AMC rejected at 15s and is kind of fully breaking down now. It's that 372s. Market's starting to flush. We got some down wicks, though. I'm wondering if that's going to be indicative of some buying coming in. Maybe not, though. Market's kind of testing lows of 373. And you can see how we broke out of that range that we established in the big movement we've gotten since then. But yeah, let's just wait. Red, reversal coming. Yeah, we'll see. I'm kind of waiting for it. If we pop up to like 373s, I might short that. But I think we got to kind of just chill and wait for it now. See if the market pops and then breaks. Looks like it wants to. All right, so we just made about $37 on the regular E-mini. So we kind of went with the regular E-mini on this breakdown flush. And so you can see we're up 370s. We're actually green on the day, which is good. We're up $5. Again, we'll probably go back to trading the regular micro if we can, because I think that's going to be a little bit easier to trade. And again, guys, if you want to trade the same way I'm trading in the futures market, check out TopStep. TopStep funds traders in futures. And so futures market gets you around the PDT rule. You can day trade short. You can see I'm taking multiple positions every day. And so we're going to go ahead and cover that one. And so on futures, you can day trade short the market. I'm trading basically the SPY. I'm not really looking at this chart. I'm looking at the SPY chart right here. I can essentially trade the SPY with no PDT rule. We're going to add a little bit more. And again, you can try it out on TopStep, and TopStep funds traders. So they give you a demo. If you can hit their target on the demo while following their rules, they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K, regulated, located in the US, and they pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. And kind of the gold standard. They've been around for over a decade. And so we're probably going to get ready to cut this. There we go. Starting to get some weakness coming back in. We'll actually add a little bit more to that. So we're in with 2 contracts now with a micro. See if we get the flush we're looking for here. It's a little bit risky of a flush since we're down so much on the day already. But I don't mind it because we got this big up wick that could be indicative of just weakness coming in. So hopefully we start to flush. There it comes. All right, so we're going to cover one of those contracts, and we're still going to ride the rest down here. There we go. And we'll cover there. So we're not doing bad. We kind of came back from a red day. We are green on the day now, up about $20 on the day. And again, I'll post this TopStep link. You can also find it in the description if you're interested. There's the TopStep link in chat if you want to check it out. Again, they're a funded account program for futures. But yeah, micro E-mini starting to break down with the SPY itself. And again, there's the low break. So maybe I should have held a little bit longer. But yeah, still pushing. Break of those lows just happened on the SPY. We're down to 372s. 372 break of the lows. Again, I'm not going to short down here. I think there's too much risk shorting down here. I think I got to wait for like a pop is what I think I got to do. Yeah, 45 seconds, sometimes less, to be honest. I mean, I'm mostly a scalper at heart, you know. What's Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies doing right now? Did Bitcoin, I kind of looked at it earlier. Did it react to the PPI data extensively? I see Bitcoin's back up. It's done consolidating. It's been so slow lately, though. Market's still breaking down, though. So market's still breaking lows. Let's look for some relevant levels underneath us here, guys. So let's look for some relevant levels underneath us. To zoom out here, let's see. Let's put a 5-minute chart up, or I guess we can look. So 373 was a big level. I guess we got to put up a daily chart to see if we got some big, super big levels here. We're at 372s. I think we got 370. Psychologically, that's big. 372.50s is pretty big too. So if we can get back over that, maybe that'll be relevant. But market's still dumping here, guys. Under 372s. And yeah, just still dropping. Roblox still moving? It's not really moving that much, to be honest. I mean, it's sideways mostly since the opening bell. Anything else? GeoEV dump. CLNN maybe kind of, but no volume here today, guys. Slow. Here's the Q. Here's the E-mini itself, which is kind of something I made money on. Do I want to short into this? Probably not. I think I'm going to try to... Big pop. We'll short quickly into this. See if we get a breakdown now. We shorted into the pop. Small trade. All right, so we just covered there. Not bad. So we made a little bit more there. We're pretty green today. If you guys want to see my P&L, it's not much. I mean, we're not super green, to be honest. But we're green considering the fact that we rebounded pretty nicely. All right, so we got 2 big up wicks here for the SPY. I'm actually going to start to short kind of heavy into this. 3 contracts. So we can catch this big breakdown here. We're going to cover those 2 contracts, or those 3 contracts. We got 1 contract left. We saw these up wicks, and we used that to identify momentum on the downside here. Maybe held this last contract a little bit too long, but I want to give it time to break down more. There we go. There we go. Kind of play off the price action. Starting to break. I don't like this doji candle. Yeah, we're just going to cover that. So, yeah, up about 30 on the day. Not much, but... All right, so we are coming back a little bit here for the SPY. Look at that rip. Looks like getting out was the right move. We're going to short him some more. We got a nice up wick showing up here. Starting to flush. I just want to see if we start testing highs. We got a few up wicks here, so I can take 2 contracts and see if we start testing these highs. Might be risky, but it's all good. All right, so we just made another $37 actually, guys. We're going to go ahead and cut this. We just made another $37 on the regular E-mini. I think I might start trading this because the micro, I need larger size. I don't mind scalping because I'm a true scalper at heart, but like I need a little bit better momentum here. So we're up over 50 on the day now after that. Big up wick showing up. Starting to rebound here. We're going to wait, but we do have some up wicks. Another down wick location. We're going to short some more. 1 contract. Ooh, squeezing up against me here. Not what you wanted to see. Flushing right back down, which is good, I guess. Well, that hurt. Down 150 on the day. Well, all you can do is laugh sometimes. Worst case scenario there, but all good. All good. We might actually short some more into this, but I think we got to wait. Maybe we'll take a few of the micro E-mini, but yeah, we're going to wait. I'm trying to figure out what I like more, shares or futures. Market with a big pop back up to 373s. But I'm going to wait for any position now, even though I do like this bounce. I do like this bounce. So maybe I should have shorted into the pop, but big green candle. Got a big pop up to 373s and then a big rejection flush down afterwards. Market's starting to flush down some. All right, so we after we took our terrible E-mini charge, we're kind of in the micro now, and we're going to cover that. And so we're starting to ride this down, and it might be a few days where we kind of get used to futures trading on TOS. All right, we got this nice little pop. I'm actually going to short a little bit more into this now. We're going to take 2 contracts here. See if we get that flush rejection that we want. We're going to have 1 more contract, take 3 contracts max here. There we go. We'll cover 1 of those, get 1 contract left. Maybe add some more. We got this big up wick. I really like that weakness from these up wicks. So we'll add a little bit more here and see if we can kind of take profit on a drop. There we go. Somewhat of a drop. Kind of break even on these 2 now. There we go. Cover a little bit into there. Kind of growing some profit here, riding this down. We got a big down wick. We're going to get out of that green and just wait on the rest. Hey, what's up, Anmoth? So Top Step funds traders, Tracy. So they give you a demo if you can hit their target while following their rules. They'll fund you. So they're kind of a funded account program for futures. And so they essentially allow you, we're going to short into this pop. They essentially allow you to trade the same thing I'm trading if you don't have as much money as me and try to get funded. And so they'll give you a demo. If you can hit their target on the demo while following their rules, they'll fund you in those accounts is what it does. Yeah, I think the micro E-mini is definitely going to be a little bit more suited towards my style of trading than the regular E-mini, you know. I'm going to try to let this work. This is going to be a little bit longer term of a futures trade. See if I can ride the breakdown in the SPY, which I think is going to happen. And there we go. There we go. Going against me a little bit now. I don't mind shorting one more contract into this. And then I'll be quick to take profit like that and then ride it down. There we go. Like I said, a little bit longer term trade. Might actually add some more to this too if it starts to break down here. As long as it doesn't get too rangy. There we go. There's the break. We're at the bottom of the range now, so I'm going to go ahead and cover that. So up about 30 on the micro. Getting better. It might take me a few days to kind of learn how to process futures. Top Step is $150, $160 a month. You get 20% off if you use my link. All right, so we're mostly sideways right now. I like that song. It's just got words, so we can't kind of play it too much. All right, getting a big ramp up. Glad I was out of everything when we got this. Market's testing neutral VWAP level. So AMC is actually flying up. So AMC is at 1530s. So not too shabby there. Anything else moving up today? I don't think so, right? ExxonMobil puts. Let's see what happens in the market, man. I think market's consolidating neutrally today right now. And so we'll see if it rejects VWAP or what happens. It's over 373 level, which I think is probably a big level here. We got a few people talking about like Tesla. Tesla starting to break down. That might actually influence the market too. Tesla just broke down big. Getting a little pop up, but I think it depends on what Tesla does here. All right, guys, we're watching the market. Market's kind of going back and forth here. We'll see what Tesla does. But market's kind of chopping back and forth right now. So we're kind of just sitting back waiting, seeing if we can find something. Sideways day so far. Tesla dropped big and then kind of corrected, and now it's kind of coming back down. There we go, testing lows here now. Market's starting to creep. Watching the market activity, watching Tesla here. I think Tesla's kind of influencing it too, but Tesla's starting to come back up some. I'll let the consolidation play out. Watching Tesla pretty close to see what happens. Tesla testing that 694, yeah, that 695 level, which is kind of a big level. We'll wait. We're gonna look at like the micro E-mini here and see if we can kind of short into this, but the market's kind of turning, so we just kind of sit back and wait, I think. Chop is crazy. Yeah, we just gotta wait. I don't think there's really any edge right now. We can maybe try to short like something else, but unless the market kind of flushes really quick, we just gotta wait. You're the best, dude. Hey, thank you, Anmoth. I appreciate it, brother. Market's trying. Market's trying. Market's trying. It's still technically under VWAP though. It's still trying to break down, but who knows if it will. Letting a test here. This is just kind of consolidation around the neutral trend. See if the market flushes down here and continues the downward trend. I think that's what a lot of people are betting on at this point in time. All right, we're kind of scalping the regular micro E-mini as we speak here. I really just like to see a breakdown. And so we're into 3 contracts. We'll cover 1. We got 2 contracts left. I just like to see a full breakdown. We're going to try to be patient with this and hold this now. All right, we'll cover another one. We got 1 contract left. Let the push happen. I'll go ahead and cover that. So not too shabby here on the micro. Kind of starting to ride the breakdown as it happens. And we'll see if we get a little pop up in the market. Maybe we'll short into that if it sets up well. But we got some chop. And so we're going to go back to like 1 contract size. We're going to short into that really quick as soon as the candle opens and try to ride this down. Maybe we could have taken a little bit more, but it's okay. I might actually want to add to this, to be honest. If it doesn't break down, we might want to add to this on a bounce. Here. All right, so we'll add to that pop. We got 2 contracts. Maybe add 1 more. 3 contracts, and that's the max right there. Market's kind of chopping. We don't want to get stuck in it too heavy. Kind of going back and forth. We break over that. We got to cut it. We got out some. We still got 1 contract left. We lost maybe 30. We're still up 30 something on the day in the micro. Just kind of running at a chop. We might continue breaking down, so we'll hold 1 contract just in case it does. AMC actually kind of looks pretty good today. It's at 15.14s right now. So, I mean, AMC's not looking bad. There we go. Catching the initial breakdown here. All right, riding this down. When's the new candle open up? In about 20 seconds. That can be indicative of strength or weakness. I don't like that down wick, so we're just going to cut it and just wait now, you know. Don't fight the Fed. That's right. Probably right. Picked up some Twitter calls. And good luck with that, man. All right, guys. So market's starting to break down. Maybe I should have held that, but it's all good. Bet a little bit here. Short it again. See if it breaks down like we think it might, and if it does, then we'll keep adding to this and let this position build up a little bit longer term. I think it isn't a terrible idea. Yeah, AMC ramping up, GameStop ramping up too. All right, so we're in this here. We bounce back. We'll short a little bit more into it. We're down like 150 on the day. But again, we're kind of getting used to futures. We've traded futures on Top Step, but there we go. All right, we'll cut that. But kind of got to get used to them on TOS. Different platform. Different risk tolerances, to be honest. There we go. All right, we'll go ahead and cut that. And so as we approach these lows down here, we'll look for a small little pop. If it doesn't break the lows initially, we'll look for a small little bounce, and then we'll short into it more. There's the back break. I didn't want to miss it. I don't want to get into too big of a position here. I'm trying to buy the low of the day short the low of the day. I think that's usually kind of a sucker's bet, to be honest. And so I'll probably cut this and then wait for a little bounce to short into instead. What rebound? Nobody predicted a rebound, really. We just asked people if they thought it would rebound. You know what I mean? All right, guys, market's starting to break. We'll short this little pop now. There we go. Short into this little pop too. Cover one, still writing this down. I guess we could add some more on this bounce, which is kind of what we're doing, is adding into this little rebound, but Kind of going against me quick. There we go. We're back close to break even here. We don't want to break over. All right, so we got our break even last 2 trades. What's the Q doing? So how's tech doing relative to everything? I was watching Tesla, and Tesla's kind of breaking down with everything too. We'll see. You know, we're getting kind of a pop, and who knows how long that pop will last. So we get a flush back down. I think 2 contract sizes of the micro, E-mini, and futures is probably my go-to sizing, I think, at this point in time. I think 2 contract sizing of the micro is probably the best way I can trade, I think. What do you guys think? What do you think is ideal sizing for me? Tesla's starting to break down. We're kind of riding this micro E-mini breakdown here. We got 1 contract left. We're up about 70 on the day on the micro. Riding this flush. There we go. Yeah, we're up 70 on the day on the micro. Market's breaking lows. Got it to where we're only down about 60 or 70 bucks total. CLNN. CLNN's tried. It's getting up there. It's at 380s, 360s. So, yeah, we'll see. It's ramping up nice. Looks good. AMC did break back under 15, unfortunately. Still breaking down. All right, so we're actually riding the micro E-mini down a little bit more right now. Kind of rebounded some from it. Could add a little bit more to this, but I don't think we're going to add too much more. We'll add 1 more contract, and then if we don't get an immediate flush, we'll have to cut this fast. And looks like we're going to have to cut it quick. All right, so we lost 5 bucks there. That's fine. Still watching, still waiting. We might actually short into this pop too, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, we got that correction little flush that we wanted. All right, market rebounding a little bit here. We'll let it, you know, before we take any other position. Getting ready to take a trade. If we get a breakdown here, it would be ideal. All right, catching it. All right, so we're up about 80 something on the micro here, kind of grinding it back up after Hey, have fun, Richard. Have a good day, brother. Getting a little bit of a pop back here. But outside of everything else, we're probably going to close it down. I don't see too much else going on. And so, yeah, guys, like I said, if you want to check out TopStep is a funded account program. So they give you a demo. You can hit their target while following the rules. They'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K. The gold standard, they've been around for over 10 years. They're kind of what everybody else copies off of. And you can trade futures on TopStep and try to get funded. They'll give you a demo. And if you can hit their target on the demo while following their rules and conditions, and they'll fund you between 50 up to over 100K with an 80% split. And so once you're funded, if you make 10K, you get to keep 8,000. They get to keep 2,000 since they're funding you the money. Again, they're regulated by the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. They pay out millions every year. They fund thousands of traders a year. It's a great way to help support our free content. Even if you're just now getting started in futures, I still think it's cheaper than putting up the money yourself. Because as you can see, as I was kind of experimenting with the E-mini today, just on this one trade, I lost $500, and so it can go against you. It can go against you. And we're going to chalk it up to our first few days of trading the futures market. Luckily, we got a $30,000 account, and so $500 isn't the worst. But if you're just now starting out in futures, TopStep can be cheaper than putting up the money yourself because it can go against you quick. And so just to kind of give you guys that heads up, if you want to check out TopStep, again, there's the link. We ended up coming back, though. We're down like 430 on the day, which, am I happy about it? No, it's my biggest loss I've taken in like months and months. But I'm going to chalk it up to my first few days of trading the futures market, and, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But with that said, yeah, it's all good, Hammer. Like I said, we're only down about 400, and if I can get into the swing of futures, we'll be fine. You know what I mean? If not, I'll just go back to stocks, and it's all good. But yeah, it's kind of part of it. You know what I mean? It's all good. Like I said, I make enough trading, and I've built up enough profits trading to where small drop in the bucket, But again, my point is that futures can add up quick if you don't know what you're doing. And I think TopStep is a good place to learn if you've never traded futures before, because again, it'll add up fast. It can add up fast. And so check it out. There's the link. Also, guys, you can check out BitGet. BitGet is a really dope crypto platform. If you want to short Bitcoin or go long on Bitcoin, I know a lot of people are talking about shorting Bitcoin and all that other stuff. BitGet also has copy trading. And so, they do have copy trading on BitGet. If I want to short Bitcoin, I can. They'll get me up to 125x trading crypto futures. Market's breaking down as we speak too. Yeah, but I can short Bitcoin, go long on Bitcoin with leverage on TopStep or on BitGet. I'm sorry. You can also copy other profitable traders. So if I make this big, I can go to copy trade, and it'll kind of show me what all these traders are doing. I can kind of see how they're really truly performing in the markets. And so it's super useful in that regard. I can go to like Copier's P&L and see how much they've made other copy traders. This person has made copy traders 161K. This person has made copy traders 60K roughly. And I can follow them trade for trade. I click this link. It shows me all the graphs and all that good stuff. And yeah, you can also set up algorithmic trading bots on BitGet as well. So just super useful platform. They have their savings program, which allow you to earn crypto savings. And a lot of this might be useful if you're trying to get involved in the crypto market. And so I'll post this link for BitGet. Again, great way to help support the channel. They are affiliates of mine. And so a great way to help support your boy here. And yeah, with all that said and out the way, good luck. Love you all. And see you guys later. Be careful. Market's dropping. Cpi data came out. It wasn't good. And so, yeah, good luck, guys. Love you all. We'll see you guys tomorrow.